We welcome you to Messalonskee High School, home of the Eagles, as Muncie Media Sports brings you high school football. We have a Class B action tonight here from Messalonskee as the Gardiner Tigers are in as the visitors. Last year they played all their home games here, so they are very familiar with this beautiful facility up here at Messalonskee High School. I want to thank fine athletic director Chad Foy for having us up here tonight, letting us do this Tiger Messalonskee football game. I'm joined here by Nate Muncie. He's running the camera, going to do color commentary. Chris Wheeler is running our production here tonight from high above the field. A beautiful facility, Nate. I think it's one of the first times you've seen this facility since they've redone it. Just a beautiful, beautiful facility here in Oakland, Maine.
Yeah, as you see right now on your screen, the vista out in front of you as the sun sets, it really is, Rob. As we're setting up in here before game, just being able to walk around, everything's just so nice and put together. It just makes sense, and I think it's got a great opportunity for fans to get down in here and check it out as well.
So let's take a look at this game here tonight. As we said, pair of teams coming in at 1-1. Messalonskee has played Edward Little in Deering. They lost week 1 to Edward Little. That was a close game, and last week they had a blowout victory, 37-0 over Deering. Tigers, similar fashion, they lost their first game of the season, a good game against Biddeford, as they lost 34-28 in a high-scoring affair down at Biddeford as the Messalonskee Eagles take the field. Last week, a commanding performance by the Tigers. They win it 43-0 over Belfast, and the big star of that game for the Gardiner Tigers was quarterback Wyatt Chadwick. 235 yards passing, 3 touchdowns in that game. So he was the offensive star there, and a good defensive effort as well by the Gardiner Tigers, as well as Messalonskee last week. Both these teams pitching shutouts. Pivotal week 3 always in high school football, particularly you get a pair of 1-1 teams. Everybody's vying for playoff position, and you'd like to be in the upper 4 of that. As we've seen over the years, these seasons go very, very, very quickly. Want to recognize the Gardiner All Sports Boosters Club, our pregame sponsor. Want to let you know they are still taking teams to get into their golf tournament. That's going to be a week from Sunday now, the 25th. So all the information's on the Facebook page of the Gardiner All Sports Boosters. We want to thank them for supporting Muncie Media's production of high school Tiger sports here throughout the school year. So let's take a look at some of the individual players we'll be looking at here. For the Tigers, we talked about the impact players a little bit already. Wyatt Chadwick at quarterback. Also going to see Colton Doobie, one of the running backs. He's number 22. Cole Brand, number 20. Cole caught a beautiful long down the sideline touchdown pass from Chadwick last week, a 78-yard touchdown pass in the game against Belfast. Also having a productive season so far, Nate, is the tight end, Zach Christian. He's up to about 10, 11 catches in the season, and he's a good possession type. Caught a touchdown pass from just before the half. Really a pivotal play in the game last week as the Tigers were up by 2 touchdowns. They were up 15-0 and scored with just under 10 seconds left in the first half on a little curl pattern in the end zone to Christian, and he's had a terrific season so far. Tigers feature strong offensive line as well, and some good two-way lineman players there. Jake Ramsey, we saw last week, Kyle Burke, Jack Fleming, Chris Henderson, Sean Susie, some of the big guys that you'll see inside. Defensively, Ashton Sawyer with a big game last week, number 52 linebacker for the Tigers. Chase Burgess, the sophomore, had an interception return last week. Evan Mitchell, great two-way player for the Tigers as well. You see him as a kind of an H-back slot type receiver, also a carry sometimes, and a good linebacker for the Gardiner Tigers on defense. So those are some of the players. Hunter Burgess, another premier player for the Gardiner Tigers on the defensive end of things. So for the Eagles, their run team, Nate, they like to run option. Walter Pokey, their coach, and Walter's a longtime proponent of running that option game. I think he learned a little bit of that down at Bates College back when they were running that option down there when he was an assistant coach. Bryce Caro, one of their guys, Sam Doobie. Seth Hansen's going to be the quarterback, and he will be a pivotal force. And Garrett Card, also one of the offensive players here for the Messalonskee Eagles. So why don't we take a break, and we'll come back. We'll set up more of the pregame when we come back after this.
Started by the Corliss family in Pittston in 2019, Corliss Gravel Pit offers some of Kennebec County's highest quality gravel products. Located just south of the old Cedar Grove Road, on the right off Route 27, we are committed to providing outstanding products at a fair price. We offer a variety of products for all of your needs. At Corliss Gravel Pit, our loader is always ready and on site. Local deliveries on larger quantities are always available. And we offer discounts on large quantities as needed. We also offer plowing and sanding services during those tough Maine winters.
Corliss Gravel Pit is family owned and operated since 2019, producing Kennebec County's highest quality gravel at a fair price.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardiner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
See the big M in the middle? That's from Messalonskee. Again, we want to thank Chad Foy for having us up here tonight, allowing us. He says, hey, Coach Munson, you are always welcome to come up to a game. We appreciate that. My former player, Chad Foy, taught a lot of years with his dad, Stan, at Gardiner Regional Middle School. Want to give a shout-out to all our recovering Tigers. Minnie McKenna, Ricky McKenna. Coach Burgess was asking for you this week. Ricky, I met with Coach B, filled him in on your situation, you and Vaughn Smith. Teammates forever. If you don't know the story, Vaughn Smith gave Ricky part of his liver in a successful procedure that happened about 2 weeks ago. They're back home now. And Ricky Lovely, our former great captain from the 1984 Tiger team, is recovering from a heart procedure down at Mass General. He's back home too, so if you guys are watching, and always Tigers, that's for sure. And we love all our former players, and you'll always be our players, and Coach B was asking for all of you.
54 is Mitch Markey. I notice he's not on the roster.
Okay, thank you very much. We just got an addition to the roster. We thank them for that. Number 54 is Mitch Markey. Going above and beyond to help us out. That's fantastic. Captains meeting out at midfield. Of course, Patrick Munson, the head coach of the Gardiner Tigers, just for full disclosure purposes, I'm his dad. Nate's his brother, so so Messalonskee won. They deferred, so Tigers will go on offense here for the first time. As we said, the Gardiner Tigers 1-1 on the season. Played a good game down in Biddeford week 1, a well-played game in week 1.
Rob, on the road, did you like to take the ball on offense usually?
I don't mind taking the ball on the road.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't think back in my coaching days, I got done coaching in the 2000 season, not sure we were able to defer back in those days, Nate. That hadn't come into play yet. So, we would usually take the ball unless the field or the wind factored in.
Right, if that gave you an advantage either way.
Exactly right. We might go on defense and defend a goal. So Tigers in their traveling whites. They wore the black uniforms up here all last season, of course, as the home team. On the near side for the Tigers, Cole Brand, he's a threat.
For the Gardiner Tigers will be number 20, Cole Brand, and number 33, Chase Burgess.
And Chase Burgess with great speed. Chase had a great interception return. Martin will get set to kick off here, and the Tigers will get set to go on offense first, as we'll kick this one off. 59 degrees, beautiful night for football. That's a high kickoff. It's going to chase Burgess back. He's got some running room coming up the middle. Now it closes down. He's down over the 25 to 26 yard line. Great kickoff. Tigers will go to work there.
Always a weapon. You don't see that a lot right now in high school, Rob, is the ability to kick over the head of the returners there, send them back inside the 10.
Caden Weston, also the wide receiver for the Gardiner Tigers. He's number 11. Sets out wide. Mishu come near side. Kristen, the tight end on the right side. It's Doobie to the left of Chadwick. First play of the game. Handed up inside. Some good running room on the run-pass option. You'll see that a lot by the Tigers. They run that RPO nade, and it can be effective there. That time it was the give up inside, but the continuing action was pass.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It makes you have to stay home from a defensive standpoint because you have different options you have to account for every single play.
Mishu will join in the backfield to the right of Chadwick. And that one snuffed out pretty quickly there. They came to Doobie.
Yeah, much better edge play. The edge really coming down in that one and being involved in that play, Rob.
Kind of hard for me to pick up the Messalonskee numbers. Corliss will come out here far side on a 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Doobie to the left, Mishu to the right for the Tigers. Chadwick claps the hands and calls for the ball. He's got it. He wants to throw. Now he's flushed left side. Now he's going to dump it in the flat. And he just about back to the line of scrimmage will go the Tigers before they're wrestled down.
Yeah, got flushed outside the pocket there, Rob. Went through his progressions and just kind of had the release valve over there, the tight end.
So Brand the punt for the Tigers on their first possession. So deferring and going on defense. Carr back deep. Garrett Codd. End over end. Takes a bounce for the Tigers over the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. And Chadwick will get it.
Boy, that really worked out.
May have lost our scoreboard here. We're going to work at getting that fixed up. Quarterback, Seth Hansen. Oh, it's Doobie at quarterback. I'm sorry. Sam Doobie, number 3, the quarterback. Go right side. Garrett Codd going to be wrestled down after about a 1-yard gain off the right side on the speed.
Initially, Rob, that looked like it was developing out to be a little bit bigger play than, say, just 2 yards. Nice backside pursuit there by the Tigers.
So Doobie, the junior, at the controls. Sam Doobie, number 3, being shotgun formation here. Tigers play 3-5-3 defense. Pass situation 2nd and 8. Long motion. They run the option. Tigers lose the outside guy. Now they run to it and swarm pretty well just over the 40-yard line.
That your typical dive option. A lot of similarities. Gardiner running their RPO with a pass option, but the responsibilities defensively don't really change. Everyone's got an option. You have a key you have to follow, and you have responsibility every single play. It's just a matter of being disciplined.
3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers. They played that pretty well. Empty set, wants to throw. Flash, there's room to run. And knocked out of bounds, and I think he's going to be short on the first down by about 2 yards.
Yeah, you can see it there. It looks like it might be just on the 45. Yeah, they're calling 4th down.
So 4th and a long 1. Got a pretty good spot there. And we'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I think I go for it too.
Yeah,
here.
Doobie in.
4th and 2 to Messalonskee, 45.
Tigers will have to watch a long count play. Card's going to get it up inside. He's going to move the pile and get the first down. This came off like a shot north and south. No hesitation. That was good line takeoff that time by the big guys up front for the Eagles. They pick up the first down of the game.
I think that's when you have that dive back, Rob. That's his play right there. You know, you're going to give him. He's got to get 1-2 yards, and you're going to keep feeding him until he's able to get that in there on the first try, able to convert on the 4th down.
Doobie's got him out. Trips to the far side. Cross motion. Jet. Squared up. Good gain on first down there by the Eagles on the carry. Was Garrett Card.
Good attack there in the C gap. Oh, a little tempo going right back on the ball.
Tigers 46.
Cross motion Card again. He's got again, same play. Nice square up inside, closes up, but I think he's got enough for the first down, does Card. Good looking drive here. Eagles are a ground team for the most part.
Yeah, you can see it there. They like that right side so far. I think very heavy running over to the far side of the field right now.
We've lost our scoreboard, so we're trying to get that back. 7:20 moving clock, 3rd down. First down and 10. They haven't changed the clock yet. Going to bring it in for a measurement, looks like.
And it looks like it's going to be just about 6 inches short there. So if you're the Eagles, not a big deal. 3rd down, very short. Had plenty of success so far. Running over to that right side C gap. Look at the dive option as well. So it really plays into what they do well, their strengths.
So it's going to be 3rd and inches here. Ball at the 31-yard line. They're in 2 down territory for sure. So
yeah, I mean, we just saw them go for 4th down in a long one, almost 2 yards. So
quarterback going to keep up inside, get the first down and more. Well-run play there on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeper faked the jet that time, and Doobie took it up inside for the first down.
Yeah, great read there. Just let that, I think it was a blitzing linebacker for the Tigers, get through, take away that run. Quarterback just kept the ball, ran right where that linebacker had vacated, and was able to pick up that first down, no problem.
So we're trying to get our manual scoreboard going. 1st and 10, 6:50 moving clock. Good drive by Messalonskee. Little pitch to the outside. They've got the corner on the option, a running seam. Down inside the 10-yard line on the option. Grady Brunel.
Great piece of blocking by the skill guys of the Eagles, Rob. A stock block out in space. Those are hard to maintain. A nice job there.
Looks like it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line. So
The 1st and goal for the Eagles just inside the 10.
come a little power set now. Do running backs. Pistol set. Option. Tigers run for it, but they got the corner. They've got touchdown Eagles. See who that was across the way.
Yeah, number 4.
So that's going to be Garrett Card on the carry for the Eagles.
Nice job by Card. Getting the option pitch, but keeping it tight to the line of scrimmage. Forced the Tigers to have to come down in, and he was able to bounce it out and make it to the pylon.
Yeah, Tigers lost the outside leverage. Got to stay on the outside shoulder of that pitchman. And
well, really nice series there by the Eagles, Rob.
Beautiful.
Attack the C gap, and then really opened it up when they needed to with the option, trying to get it to the outside.
so they'll go for 2. Option's been good for them. Let's see what they run down here at the goal line. Up inside, and Tigers will push and not allow the point. So Tigers step up there pretty well, and that's where we'll stand. No extra points. So good-looking drive by the Eagles as they took over just outside their 40-yard line, and they go about 60 yards, all on the ground, a mix of inside and outside run, and they get on the board first. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, kick off after these messages.
Pride, tradition, and excellence are long-standing hallmarks of Gardiner Tigers athletics. Burke's Roofing and Masonry is likewise proud of our tradition of excellence. Our team of professional roofing contractors has more than 40 years of combined experience, as well as the training and knowledge to get the job done right the first time. We are proud to be a second-generation family-owned and operated business. Call us today for all your roofing and masonry needs.
Back here for the kickoff. That one's going to go out of bounds, so Tigers are going to get some good field position here. So Donna Witham saying she can't watch. She's got buffering. Probably on your end, Donna. I'm not getting any other reports from anybody else having any problem. I'm monitoring up here at Messalonskee. My feed is perfect. So try refreshing and see what happens there. So anybody else reporting any problems on the feed? Always a good idea to refresh your feed. So they'll be at the 35-yard line. So the touchdown by Card on the option. Now Tigers work to do. Chadwick hasn't carried yet. He's a good runner as well.
Oh, that ball, that almost came out, Rob. Off his hip on his back.
Tigers continue to push the pile.
That's amazing.
End up with a pretty good gain on it.
I think that stunned a lot. I thought a lot of Messalonskee players kind of stopped playing on that play because I thought
they thought the ball was out.
Yeah, exactly right.
So second down, 5 to go for the Tigers.
There you go. Oh, they had a free one.
Tigers would have. Nate thinks the defense jumped off.
Yeah, they had 12 guys on the
12
field.
12 guys on the field.
Yeah,
okay.
Good call by the officials. They're going to move this forward.
So Chris is working on bringing the scoreboard up. Probably going to have to do it manually, but that's okay. We'll fix it up. 5:58 left, first quarter, 6-0. Messalonskee, the touchdown run by Garrett Card. Option right side. So Tigers will
should be first down.
Pick up the first down here. Tigers looking for an answer. Messalonskee held, forced the punt. Then on their first drive, they went about 60 yards on the touchdown.
Penalty is against Messalonskee for too many men on the field.
We'll be able to at least get the scoreboard up, at least the score, and then we'll work on further progress. Just under 6 minutes. Chadwick wants to throw. End of the flat he throws. Got Mishu. Mishu not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, as that was well defended on the edge.
A lot of pressure right now from the Eagles outside on the edge, Rob.
Tackle made by number 56, Kobe Shivari.
Yeah, Kobe Shivari with the tackle, number 56 for the Eagles. Second down, 10 to go here for the Tigers. Colton Doobie to the left. Mishu in the pit slow in behind. Doobie's got it up inside, looking for some running room. A little bit of positive yardage, but only a couple going to bring up third and passing situation. Third and about 7 for the Tigers.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, you're hoping you're going to get that back to about 5. Make it 3rd and 5 and a little bit more manageable. 3rd and long, this is a tough one. This automatic pass.
Tigers will get the signal in from the sideline. They'll check their wristbands and get set to regroup and get set to go. Jack Ramsey, the right tackle, one of the inside guys for the Tigers. Defensive front here for the Eagles doing a good job so far in this one. Trips far side. Chadwick to throw. He's got pressure now. He's going to be down and sacked at about the 35-yard line. Eagles came with the pressure.
Just overloaded, Rob, on our near side.
It was Garrett Bell came in on the sack.
Got sacked at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Garrett Carter go back deep. He's got the touchdown in this one. So Chadwick had some time initially, then it closed up quickly.
Yeah, and barely any time. You saw this left side really collapse. They did a nice job of getting the line and the running back to come to this near side, but
comes the pressure. Good kick.
Great kick.
Up and over, hits down at the 25 and continues to bounce. The Tigers let it go, and they'll down at about the 10-yard line. What a kick. Great execution on the kick game. Cole Brand got into that one, drove it well over Garrett Card's head.
Yeah, I'd like to see something from maybe down the seam, Rob, is what they're going to have. A lot of outside pressure here from the Eagles. Not sure that they have any hook player right now. You can tell that they're covering the flat fine because every outlet little pass to the running back that they can have, they've thrown it to the flat, but Messalonskee's been right there. So you got one high safety. You got to assume that they got to have at least some hook area open.
So everybody else is reporting great feeds tonight. Yeah, we got a great picture up here at Messalonskee. So Miss Witham, give it a reset and see what happens. So 1st and 10, Tigers in need of a stop. They'd love to get a 3-and-out, change field position here. Of course, the Eagles would like to get going. And out to the outside, that's incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 5, Cash Beasley.
They're trying to get it to Bezier and over his head, so 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and
a little surprising on the pass deep in their own territory. Not known for their throwing.
Yeah, and you can see there that I think if I'm the Tigers, I'm just going to buckle up right now. I'm playing the run.
Well, the Tigers have got to figure out option responsibilities, not so much the responsibilities, but you practice it during the week, Nate, and you just don't get that good a look as an option team is going to give you. And not a lot of teams run an option anymore, so it's a foreign type of preparation for a defense these days. Tigers have been there. They just haven't had the right angles on it.
You're right on. Seeing it in game speed is a whole different thing. It does take a little bit of time and adjustment in game to make that happen. Much better here.
Yeah, off the left side, Tigers are a little stout there, and they're going to respond to it. Drake Ahern, one of the backers inside, is in on the tackle.
So you could probably talk a little bit about this. Does a 3rd and long situation probably removes them from any of their triple option play, right?
Yeah, that in field position too. I mean, Ahern came in from his forcing position, the defensive line, I should say, not a backer. Number 50 for the Tigers, good defensive player is Drake. On the other side, Ashton Sawyer, 52.
Yeah, you can see they're going empty here.
Fleming in the middle in that 3-5. Empty set. Back to pass. Wants to throw. Down the seam. He's got his man wide open and dropped. Unfortunately, that was going to be a touchdown. So they ran the vertical. They saw something upstairs. The only guy close to it was Chase Burgess. And Burgess has got great speed. He would have had to use it. That was going to be a long 90-yard touchdown pass just off the hands.
That caught everyone on, including me, Rob. I was just dazed and stunned at the fact that he was so wide open. I didn't drag the camera along the play until the very end, so I apologize for that. But he was wide open. Tough angle there for the safety, Rob. Just too flat. Got to get some depth, especially in a 3rd and long situation. Yeah. You want that way in front of you.
Got to play the scoreboard from the end zone. Good snap. Taking some time, and he took a safety.
He just took a safety.
He took a safety.
He didn't mean to do that, folks.
He took a safety.
Coach Polk, he's beside himself. He did not mean to do that. That's too bad.
I'm not sure what.
He didn't mean to do it. I mean.
He got mixed up on whatever they were calling, and
that could have been that's a communication issue there.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That you tell a kid in a certain situation do something maybe slightly different than they're thinking, and they go to their head. Oh, we talked about doing something else.
Well, you certainly have a play. Take a safety. I mean, every Thursday we'd practice every kick situation under the sun, and that was one of them. But if it was 5 seconds left in the game, maybe, but it's just we're not going to hop on it. It was just
it's a mistake.
A mistake.
Yep.
And kids make mistakes, and they learn from them. And
he knows it. I think it's one of those things too. If from a coach's standpoint, you see that, and it's just a mistake. But you got to get into the kid's ear a little bit and say, "Hey, you can make a big play later on that may win the game for us." So.
Well, now Tigers going to get some good field position as the free kick will come from the 20. It's free after 10 yards, so you got to make a play on this. You can't let this thing bounce. Tigers handle it well. And they're going to get some good field position out to the 40-yard line.
Well, what a
Brand took it. Yeah, well, that was good. Tigers were well aware what they had to do. It's a punt, but it's a free kick, and it's anybody's ball after 10 yards. So the Tigers, you don't let that go like a punt and let it bounce because it's a free ball. So Tigers played that situation well.
Yeah, and as it's such football is interesting because it's got a kickoff from a punting standpoint there, which doesn't make any sense, right? And it's a kickoff rules, but you're actually punting the ball.
So Tigers looking to get the offense going. Chadwick going to give it up in to the left side. There's some running room for Doobie. He's going to cut it to the outside. Good 8-yard run by Doobie as they had the lead blocker out in front of him. Mishu did a good job off the blocking left side. So Tigers, with the break, they'll see if they can cash in. They'll pick up a...
I like that right there. Just stick with that until they stop it. Great gain on first down. It's really important here.
2nd and 4 for the Tigers. Chadwick single back Doobie to his left. And now a pre-snap whistle. Usually that's going to be on the offense unless the defense could have jumped in.
Yeah, I think they're going to call offsides here on Costin. They're bringing 51 Costin off the edge almost every other play. They're just trying to get that pressure up, which, excuse me.
Stanhope. Brock Stanhope, the senior.
And that time he just got a little bit too aggressive. You can see him right there on the edge.
Cole Branner go left side, far side. First down for the Tigers on the penalty. Little motion. Chadwick's going to keep it up the middle. He's got some running room in the secondary, second level. Puts his head down, picks up 5-6 yards.
I like that. Good, great read there by Chadwick. I like this pace too. I think Gardiner just got to keep going and keep that pace right now. Use it to their advantage.
1:44 left, moving clock, 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line of Messalonskee. Left side, Brand going to get tipped upside down. I think he's going to be a little short. That was Doobie, as we said. He's going to bring up a 3rd down, 4-down territory here. So they've got a 3rd down and 3rd and 2, long 2 for the Tigers. 1:19, ball down to the 21-yard line. Tigers in 4-down territory here, so
yeah, great position right now for the Tigers.
You can figure on 2 run plays if you want here. Maybe Chadwick on a keep. And he will keep it right side. Chadwick got the first down.
I like that too, Rob. You can see there, Messalonskee's blitzing. They're all out blitzing. When it comes down to those short yardage situations, they're sending a lot of folks. So if you're Gardiner right now, you got to be able to communicate to your quarterback. It's got to hit quick because they're going to be coming. You can get past them. If you get past that first wave, you're going to score. You're going to get past everything.
Ball down to the 17-yard line. Moving clock. 48 seconds left. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Doobie to the left. Mishu in behind. Off the right side. Now it's a keep. Chadwick going to try to spin it back, and he's going to get spun down just about the line of scrimmage. That might be the final play of the quarter. Tigers. Going to bring up a 2nd and about 9.5 yards to go here. We'll see if that's going to be the final play as we're at 20 seconds here. We'll work on our clock, on our scoreboard during the quarter break and see if we can't bring that back to life. Chris has been working hard at it. That's why we haven't had too many replays. So Tigers.
No need to run this.
They're going to run it. Doobie, left side. He's got some space out there. Doobie slants it in. And Doobie's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably About 5 yards to go for the Tigers. But that will be the end of the first quarter. 6-2 your score. The Eagles over the Tigers. Tigers on the drive. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is a key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies.
And we're back. So it's 3rd down, 5 to go. Ball at the 11-yard line for the Tigers as we've switched sides. Chadwick.
Yeah, heavy here for the Eagles on this left side. They're thinking it's coming this way. Here's the blitz again.
The pass outside in the flat. And I think they're going to pick up the first down.
Depends on that spot. Yeah, they got to be.
That was well executed by the Tigers.
How about that throw, Rob?
That was right on the money on the break to Zach Kristen, the tight end right side.
You know, the other thing in watching that, and you had a great view at home, was the flow to that ball. Just a perfect early release before he made his break, Rob, but at the right pace for him to be able to collect it in the air.
He was well defended out there. Off left side Tigers, not much there as Messalonskee really continues to.
Didn't hear a whistle.
Didn't hear the whistle, kept playing. Second down at the 6-yard line for the Tigers.
Like to see Chadwick keep it here.
Nate DeBlois on the tackle. Tigers have had some success with strong run. Quarterback sweep. Chadwick wants to keep it. He does. Left side. He cuts it up inside. Spins. Down close inside about the 2-yard line.
Boy, if he just had a little bit of lineman help there at the tail end of that, they're starting to let that one go a little bit. You can't get it aided still in high school sports by a lineman. Is that correct?
Right.
But that's starting to trickle down. I think that's one of those kind of
6-2 is your score, but the Tigers are driving. We still don't have our scoreboard up yet. Tigers look a little discombobulated. Kristen going to go right side now, and Brian will go in the slot right. They got to let him get set for a second. They do. Good job by Chadwick. Chadwick keeps right side. He's got to walk in. He's in for the touchdown. Wyatt Chadwick.
Oh, how about
for the Tigers, a 3-yard touchdown run. Boy, Chadwick managed that whole situation because they were running around and Tigers weren't set. And finally they got set. I think Brand was the last one set, Nate. And you've got to give him 1,001 on the count. We'll take a look here on the replay with it here. Chadwick off the right side. Little play action fake. Comes on the bootleg, and you see those nice hips he's got.
Oh, boy. That's what I was most impressed with. I think obviously the read was perfect because the dive got taken away right away. So good decision there from Chadwick, and then being able to make that one. You always got to make one defender miss, right? You make one defender miss, you're going to have a big play, and that certainly resulted in that right there.
Theron Corliss, snap down. He's up, looks straight, and it is good by Corliss. So the Tigers take advantage of the safety, then the good field position after, but that's a good-looking drive by the Gardiner Tigers, and they will go up 9-6. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be kickoff time again. Messalonskee on the offense when we come back after this.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
So we're back here for the kickoff. Coolest to get into it. Kicks a squibber down. And pretty good field position out the 38-yard line comes the Messalonskee Eagles. Colby Chavaret picked up the short kick, and these teams appear to be pretty even, Nate.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, and right now, I think Gardiner did a great job taking advantage of what they were given there with the safety situation that Messalonskee gave to them. They got great field position, were able to get some momentum and push the ball down the field and had some success. It's really a matter of what they're going to do here.
Eagles. Quarterback keep on the option. Now Tigers play that very well.
Great job by the safety coming up. Everyone had their responsibilities. No options in the triple option will defeat it.
Cole Brand came up, ran the alley, as we say, came up, made the beautiful tackle. His responsibility on that, quarterback. Quarterback turned up, Cole Brand right there. 2nd down, 10 to go. So sometimes against an option team, Nate, or a team that you don't face that offense that often, it takes you a while to get up to what we call game speed. Tigers in that 3-5. Messalonskee, beautiful first drive. Quarterback keep. Couple of tough yards up inside. Sam Doobie, the quarterback, kept it up inside. We apologize for not having the scoreboard. We'll give you it. 9:34 moving clock. Tigers 9, Messalonskee 6. 3rd down and 7 to go. Ball at the 41-yard line. Chris is working on, we'll do a manual scoreboard as soon as he can get that fixed up. Picture looks great though, doesn't it, folks? Huh? Glad we could bring this to you. We've had a communication. We're tied into the venue scoreboard fine there for the beginning of it, and then it went south. So heading off the far side is Garrett Card. He'll come in cross motion. They'll run a speed. Good seam there. And the Eagles found something there. They get the ball to Bryce Crowell, and Crowell picks up the first down as they brought left to right motion, and becoming a lead blocker on that was Garrett Card. And the good running by Bryce Crowell.
Yeah, and that one developing a little bit differently, Rob. I mean, you're used to seeing the option takes a little bit of time, so defensively you have time to kind of get where you need to be. That one hit so quick, the lane opened right up, and I think it caught the Tigers by surprise.
Yeah, quick speed play, we call that, to the outside, getting on the perimeter. Keep here again. Sam Doobie off the left side. Both teams have been good with the football here, good execution, as we're into the 3rd game of the season.
Always something you do worry about for a triple option team is when you get that ball outside your body that you're able to protect it, floating it around, shoveling it this way and passing it that way.
Coming up to the 8-minute mark here, 9-6. The Gardiner Tigers lead it. 2nd down, 8 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line for the Eagles. They're in Gardiner Tiger territory. Doobie, the quarterback, gets the snap. Up inside, not anything there. Let's see who's on that for the Tigers.
50.
That was a great defensive play. Drake Ahern, we'll call Drake's name a few times here in this one.
Yeah, great read from Ahern coming down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, got off his block very quickly and made a great play.
I mean, and that's a huge play too, Rob, because that forces a 3rd and long. And as we talked about a little bit now, do they become a little bit predictable in their 3rd and long situation? You can take away a lot of different options if a team's running a triple option. Here they're going back to that empty backfield.
Yeah, they flooded the near side. Now they're really over there. Doobie, the quarterback, keeps it, dives ahead. Depends where he hit.
It's going to be close, but it's going to be
They'll be in 4-down territory if they
really
don't
matter.
have it. They'll have 4th and inches. They've already had that situation before. They're down inside the 35-yard line. Inside the 33. They may measure. We'll see if they bring it in. They're going to bring the chains in. So we'll adjust our score. We'll get the score up, and Chris will change the score, and at least we'll have the score on the screen.
Again, it looks to be just short. That's going to bring up 4th down.
9-6, the score.
These 4th and shorts or 3rd and shorts always, from a defensive standpoint, really put me on edge, Rob, because I always thought you'd have an overemphasis to get, a tackle for loss and be able to force that where a big play can happen rather than just kind of sit back and let them get a yard or two and then just kind of recollect.
Trips to the far side, empty set. Sam Doobie, quarterback for the Eagles, gets cross motion. Doobie going to give it off, and Tigers it in. They pick the ball up. The ball's loose, but it's going to be Tiger ball no matter what.
Great play there on that backside edge. How about that? He saw the runner come to him, and there aren't a lot of options. The quarterback can either hand that off or he's going to keep it, and it doesn't really matter if you get penetration through the line of scrimmage there. It's just a matter of messing it all up, and that's exactly what they did. Huge play there for the Tigers. This is a big momentum swing.
Number 50? Yeah, I think it was Ahern again. Ahern making a play of the game. Ahern came through, made another big play. So Tigers 1st and 10 at the 40.
Like the
Chadwick wants to throw. Throws it down the seam, just missed his man. That was the tight end. Inside slot as he tried to nail it down to Cole Brand running down the seam. Tigers thought they had something there.
Yeah, I like that.
So 4th and inches, you set that one up perfectly, Nate. That something go wrong.
Well, it's funny because against my natural instinct to those plays is sit back and just let them kind of deal with whatever it is. But the penetration led to the turnover.
Yeah,
so
it was Ahern coming through. Tigers little running room up inside for Doobie. 6:11 left, 9-6. Gardiner Tigers.
Tackle made by number 74, Nate DuBois.
We'll live with this. We'll work on that clock at halftime, Chris. We'll get it back cooking for the second half. So 3rd down and 7, ball at the 44, 5:44. Moving clock here before halftime. Chadwick. Pass situation, gets a low snap, wants to throw, throws it down the left side. Look at McCollis. Collis came back on a back shoulder throw. Almost made a great catch. Good coverage down there by Drake Brunell for the Eagles, but Collis almost snagged that back shoulder throw.
Collis doing a really nice job of reading that, and I think really a lot of passing comes down to timing. You have a bad snap, it kind of throws the rhythm out. You get a little anxious there if you're Chadwick and you're just trying to get rid of the ball, not really throw an accurate ball there. But Corliss was almost able to redirect and make a play on that one.
Chadwick goes motion. The kick to the right side, fair catch called and made at about the 26-yard line. That was Garrett Card back deep.
I like that too by Card. You don't see that a lot in high school football. Rob is coming up and making that fair catch because if that gets on the turf and you just let that one hit, it could go 15, 20 yards. So nice play there by Card to come up, fair catch that one, and maintain some field position there.
Been a good half. Two equal teams here, 9-6. Tigers with a safety and a touchdown by Chadwick. Garrett Card with the Messalonskee touchdown, 10-yard run. That's where we stand. 5:41, plenty of time left here in the half. Doobie hands up inside. Tigers close at the second level on it, but not before about a 4-yard gain up inside by the Eagles. Second down for them.
Yeah, good first down gain there. That's where you want to be. You want to be about 2-6, something like that, 2-7, and then you can you have a lot of different options. Looks like somebody's going to come off here who's hurt, 51 or 61. I can't tell right now.
Yeah, one of the Eagles coming off.
Yeah, it's 51.
Oh, now he's down. I hope he's okay. That's Brock Stanhope. We called his name earlier on the defensive plays. Good defensive player for him.
Yeah, and I think he's a critical player for them on the defensive side, Rob, because we've seen him come off the edge several different times and make plays and get pressure onto Chadwick.
Busy week coming up. A lot of Tiger contests. It's homecoming week. Unfortunately, we're very busy down at Central Maine Community College where we have our priority. So our next game will be the homecoming football game next Friday night. That'll be against Brunswick, 7 o'clock start from Hopefield and Gardiner. I want to thank Chad Foy for allowing us to come up and do this game on the road. Really a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting to be able to do this. I got in touch with our former Tiger athlete, Chad, and he says, hey, Coach, you're always welcome to come up here. So we thank him for that. Glad you're able to tune in tonight. Beautiful facility up here. Aren't the lights beautiful? I mean, the picture that we're sending out looks ESPN-like. It is an amazing picture that we're sending you from this field, and that's because of the fantastic lighting. Second down, 6 to go, ball on the 30. Doobie going to hand it off left side into the secondary, and first down. Eagles will pick up the first down.
Eagles have done a really nice job of moving the ball, Rob.
They have.
They've just gotten a couple of strange situations.
Yes.
Those either third and shorts or fourth and short, which turned into the turnover the previous possession. But they've really gone the distance here up and down. It's just they haven't really converted.
They motored 60 yards on their first touchdown drive, their first possession of the game. Dewey wants to throw, going to throw it down the seam. Tigers got people there, and nobody's there. Tigers had good coverage. They got caught once on that, not that time. They were back deep and well covered. They were trying to get it down inside the 30-yard line, but Tigers with the good coverage there, double teamed. Yeah, they had Brunel running down the outside at the Tigers, as we said, right there on the coverage. You see the score, 4:30 left. Second down and 10 to go, ball at the 40-yard line. Sam Doobie, the quarterback, got motion coming across his face. Doobie wants to run that speed they ran earlier. Tigers string it out, and they close it off pretty well. Ian Spence, linebacker for the Gardiner Tigers, in on the play, finished that one up, but the Tigers did a good job on the edge, as we say. You set the edge, you get a chance for your linebackers to come in, scrape in, make the play, and that's exactly what we saw there. Tigers held up on the perimeter, and it gave a chance for Ian Spence to run it down inside out. Number 36, you see him right on your screen in the Gardiner Tigers defensive huddle. They don't really huddle. They just kind of gather at the line of scrimmage. Also up inside, Jack Fleming, the big middle guard. Ashton Sawyer. Drake Ahern along that defensive line for the Tigers, that three-man defensive line, the 5 linebackers. Cross motion. Quarterback keeping, the Tigers are there. Still on his feet. I don't know how he didn't go down.
Unbelievable.
But that was unbelievable. What a great play. And Tigers came in, finished it up in great shape. Doobie kept it, but he got smacked.
Yeah, it looks like Gardiner's got the number right now, Rob. They're doing a great job defensively, especially on that last series. If you force his team to a third and long, it just limits you so much.
The freshman in on the Gardiner Tiger tackle that time was Owen Chadwick, just a freshman, going to have a fantastic career. Freshman playing up with the big boys. See him, number 26, one of the linebackers for the Tigers. Miss you in there as a linebacker.
Do we have an equipment timeout? Is that what's going on?
I'm not sure.
It must be, because why else? I mean,
I don't know how long you can have an equipment timeout. I mean, they've got the whole.
I mean, you got to play.
It's fourth down.
I don't know what we're doing here.
If it's a
ref's got his hand up.
Now that I think they're going to. Okay, so they'll
got to call timeout.
Yeah,
okay.
they had to call the timeout. So stay with us at the half. Brought to you by the Gardiner All Sports Boosters Club. We want to thank them for their participation in our program. Rob Munzing, Nate Munzing along with you. If you missed our earlier full disclosure call, I'm Patrick Munsling's father, and Nate's his brother, so we get a little Tiger blood in us. I preceded Patrick on the sidelines by a couple of coaches. I got done coaching in the year 2000. Matt Brown took over and then eventually led the Tigers to a Class B state championship. Jim Palmer took over after that, one of my former players. When Jim left to become the AD over at Oak Hill, Matt Burgess, another former player of mine, took over as head coach. Joe White took over, one of my former players. So it's amazing when you look at the history of Gardiner Tiger coaches since 1975. Every single one of the coaches at Gardiner High School from 1975 has a link to Coach Wolfgram. I'll flesh that out for you a little bit later. Fourth and 10.
Yeah, 4th and 10.
And they want to go for it. Back to pass. Down the sideline, they got their man wide open. And down outside the 20-yard line. I don't know what happened to the Tigers on that one, but they let him in wide open down the sideline. Want to see what number that was. We'll take a look at maybe on the replay.
Why punt it? You got that play. How about that? Wow, from the Eagles.
We'll save that. Wow, Eagles on 4th and 10. Tigers must have been anticipating punt.
I don't know if that was the case or there was a lot of pressure. I mean, he threw that with guys around his waist, Rob, and I think they might have just kind of given up on it.
Low snap. Play breaks down. They got a hold. So Tigers will swarm to it. And
yeah, I was going to say, even on the previous play, a lot of that pressure, which we just saw, was very similar. It looked like there could have been a hold on that previous play too, but they'll certainly get it here.
Yeah. So they got a tackle for loss.
Get another Messalonskee player down.
So he had a tackle for loss. The ball would be, so it's going to be the spot foul. So Tigers will take that. No, that'll march him back because it's a spot foul. So it's almost back to the 40-yard line, 39-yard line, Nate. So
Rob, this could be a potentially big injury. That's a quarterback.
Yeah, so we hope that's going to be okay. So we're going to be gone a while. Why don't we take a break, Chris? We'll take a break here, and we'll come back. We'll finish up the first half of an exciting football game here after this.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden, so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
Back here live, they're still tending to Sam Doobie, who took a big hit there on that scramble. That play got away from them early on the fumble, poor snap, and they were in trouble from the get-go. But let's take a look at that gamble, 4th down and 10, Nate, that everybody's expecting punt.
Yeah, you can see at the top of the screen, that's exactly what happened. So they just ran, the number 2 receiver stayed in the flat, and they stayed up on it, and the safety never got up over the top. My guess is they're playing quarters there, Rob, right?
Well, it got to Garrett Codd down the outside, and Codd, one of their premier players. That's the big play in this drive, and of course we're a couple of plays removed from that now. 2:38 left.
And this is really unfortunate here for the Eagles because you had the hold in play. It was kind of disrupted anyways. There was a bad snap from the get-go, and then the quarterback's trying to make a play when it's not even really necessary.
Yeah.
If he just goes down, it's not a big deal. But
right. Yeah, and he may not have seen the flag thrown. He was scrambling to the outside. And of course, kids are going to be trying to make plays. So we certainly want to wish the best here for the junior Sam Doobie, the quarterback. He's played a terrific first half.
He just had that tremendous pass down the sideline.
Yes, he did, and ran the team masterfully so far in this game. So there's been some strange things happen in this game. Just a quick recap: the Eagles went about 60 yards on their first drive. The touchdown run by Card was about a 9-yard touchdown run, made it 6-0 as the 2-point conversion was stuffed by the Tigers.
Well, you wonder, does Card go to quarterback at this point? Because unless they have a backup who can run their offense?
We'll have to see. We don't have positions listed. I don't have positions listed on my roster. We'll have to wait and see. So with 6-0, Tigers stalled out, but they got a tremendous punt and pinned the Eagles at about their 10-yard line and forced a 3-and-out and on 4th down. The snap was fine, but the punter took a safety in the end zone when it was 6-0.
So he's not putting any pressure on his leg right now. And the fact that it took the amount of time that it did,
so the Tigers picked up 2 points on the safety, and then good field position on the punt, went down and scored on a drive, kicked the extra point to make it 9-6. Eagles had a 4th and short in Tiger territory, fumbled the ball away, and that led the Tigers down to that drive. Now a 4th down long pass play, get down to about the 20-yard line, but it's now going to be repeat first down. It's 1st and 20. And do we see the number of the replacement quarterback? We'll try to pick that up.
Yeah, he's to our side right now. Looks like
as we go.
8.
So it's Drake Brunell off the right side. Some running room here. Tigers will wrap it up, and that was a swarming defense by the Gardiner Tigers. Keep them in bounds. 2:06 moving clock down to the 32-yard line. So pickup of about second, going to make it 2nd down.
Boy, and if you're Messalonskee, you just want to take the clock. You don't. You want to take it all the way down, right? I mean, if you're second in forever here.
Ball's to the 32-yard line. Brunell going to hand it off left side. Running seam here, but closes up quickly by the Tigers.
If you're Tigers, you may want the ball back.
Well. Tigers forcing unit, making a good play there. Linebackers coming in to clean up. It was Ian Spence on the cleanup for the Tigers.
Yeah, good timeout, I think,
Yeah,
Rob.
Tigers took the timeout. Their first timeout. So they'll have a couple if they do get the ball back.
Well, you go based off of down and distance, really, and you see that it's forever. The quarterback just got knocked out, so it's a new guy in there. You know, if you're Coach Munson, you want to get that right away because you have an opportunity to get that right back.
Tigers received the opening kickoff. They went 3-and-out. Messalonskee then went on their long touchdown drive. So the Messalonskee Eagles will receive the ball for the second half. Will they be trailing 9-6, or will they be able to get some points on the board here? They've got a 3rd down and 17 to go. Glad you could join us here, all you folks watching, both Messalonskee fans and Gardiner fans and neutral fans. We try to bring you a down-the-middle call as much as we can. And don't forget, we get a little Tiger blood in us, so we might get a little excited if Tigers do something well. Tigers come back out off the sideline. They've been over meeting with the defensive staff, Coach Caldwell, Coach Munzing.
Boy, and playing the situation here, I don't know if they're going to pass this. This could just be run.
Well, you don't know how much experience Brunell has at quarterback. He does want to throw. Going to sprint out. Looks right side. Throws. He's got his man in the flat. Complete to about the 17-yard line.
He ran out of bounds.
And stopped the clock.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 4th down here.
It's going to be 4th down.
But that was a great
Brunell looked good.
Great throw. Great throw.
On the sprint out.
You got to, I mean, typically you kind of get the best athletes in the backfield here in high school football, so you certainly can throw it.
So it's going to be 4th and about 7. They're going to say 4th and 5, so Brunell calls for motion. Run up inside. Tigers on the keep. Brunell on the keep. Going to get to the outside. Almost got to the outside. Did he get the first down?
It looks like it's just short. If you can see where the The official is up on that far
if
side.
That official, give us a look to the far side.
Yeah,
Nate.
he's inside of it.
If he's the marker, if he's marking it,
yeah,
he's calling first down Tigers.
Well, what a play there by the Tigers. Were just flying around because that eventually, right out the gate, Rob, I thought it was dive.
Yeah.
And I thought the Tigers just swarmed to it. But it was a great keep and really made it interesting there at the end. But great open field tackle.
Yes, that was a great tackle by the Tigers. So Tigers, 1:13 left. They have 2 timeouts, but they're pinned down deep in their territory. And I think Messalonskee may only have 1 timeout left. And I think if you're the Tigers, you're in a kill the clock situation right here. I don't even think you make a handoff. I think you keep the ball into the hands of
you can tell
Chadwick.
You can tell by the body language, though, that this is an unfamiliar play if they're taking this much time, Rob. This is a pass play.
Cross motion. Yeah, Chadwick's going to keep it.
Yeah, good call. That's a great decision.
Yeah, that's all you want to do.
Yeah, but you could tell, formation's different. They went empty. They brought him back in. You can see that from Messalonskee. Same formation and set. Great decision there by Chadwick. Just keep it. Let it run down a little bit. You got the lead going into half. Well, and this timeout really doesn't matter.
That's a second timeout, so they do have one more timeout. So this will be second down. They'll take the timeout after this play.
Yeah, this is an interesting game. A lot has happened in this first half, Rob, and then we got a little bit of gamemanship here between coaches and taking timeouts.
Well, it may work that the Tigers are going to be in a 4th down and have clock still, that they'll have to potentially punt the football. Maybe they'll take a safety. I don't think so. I think the Tigers could put a lot of this to rest with if they could pick up a big play here on second down. But again, the clock is your friend. One more timeout from Messalonskee. So the Tigers will run a 3rd down play potentially with the clock moving.
Right.
And even if they take it all the way down and take the 5-yard penalty, if there's seconds left on the clock, you wouldn't even have to punt the ball as long as you could run the clock out on a 4th down play. So,
well, but they're very tight down here to the end zone. There's not a lot of they could do there. Or are you just talking about taking a knee?
They want to throw.
Oh, no.
They're going to throw it to the outside on a wheel route, incomplete. That was a little dangerous down there, trying to get it down to Brand. But they stopped the clock.
Yeah, so now they're forced into long down. They didn't take away a timeout from the other team, Rob.
You had to run the ball on that play and make them use the timeout. And then if you wanted to throw the ball on 3rd down, maybe, I don't even like it there.
No, I'm with you. I think run. Try and knock it down.
So 3rd and 11. Little cross action here. Ball's loose.
Just go down. Good decision there.
And Chadwick was quick to recover it at about the 1-yard line. So now Messalonskee is going to use their timeout, their final timeout.
Well, this is a dream scenario here if you're Messalonskee.
Yes.
This is exactly what you wanted to have happened. Stop the clock. You're going to have a minute. You're going to get the ball back, and you force them into all the way back to the 1-yard line. They're going to have to punt from, Rob.
Yeah, that's why, the scenario would have been to keep the ball in Chadwick's hands for 3 run plays.
Yeah.
Agreed. No handoffs, no nothing, and let him go. So we've got some interesting things that have happened in this one.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened in this first half of play. Stay with us at halftime. You'll hear from some of our great sponsors along the way. Tigers are going to have to execute a short 4th down punt. You can't get the full extension back. Cole Brand has punted well tonight, but he's going to be called upon here.
But this situation is completely different. You're going to have a shorter distance than you have from the line of scrimmage.
Right.
You got to get it off in time. You know there's going to be a lot of pressure, and the other team is going to be amped up to try and block this. This this is one of those ones you got to buckle up if you're the Tigers, because and you got to hold it tight.
This is where your situational football comes in. You need to have practiced this again and again and again, this short punt. You got to make sure that you don't step back on the line. He's got to step up a little bit. Got to make sure that he's not on that line to receive the kick. I can't really see. And, of course, the snap is important. You take a one step and just get it off. Snap's good, and the punt is off and good. Well done. And the Tigers survived that. That's a great job by Brand. Give him credit on that. That's a good execution on the whole punt team from protection. And it didn't look like the Eagles came hard on the rush, Nate.
It didn't. It looked like they sat back, and the punt was so good away from the returner, Rob, they weren't able to really get anything off of that. I think they're just happy to get the ball back. They have great field position here. They got almost a minute.
48 seconds left.
I think they still have one timeout, or are they done with their timeouts?
48 seconds left, and they have no timeouts.
And again, the backup quarterback is in for Messalonskee.
Yeah, and Drake Brunell looked fine last series.
Yeah,
so
he threw the ball really well.
Pass and played well. Garrett Codd goes out to the near slot. They've got dual receivers. Codd comes in motion far side. They want to throw it to Codd. They do. Tigers should pick that up because you never know. Incomplete.
I think Messalonskee's scheme's pretty sound here, Rob. They're going the trips near side. They're going two to the other, but they're bringing them back across motion. They're outmanned to this near side for Gardiner. The Gardiner's not rotating over either.
46.6 seconds left. Drake Brunell got an empty set. Let's see if the Tigers get some pressure on him. He wants to throw down the seam. He does. He's got his man down the seam. Brand on the tackle, but inside the 20-yard line. First down for the Eagles. They'll want to clock the ball potentially. You get the ball, the clock stopped. 41.9 seconds left. The clock starts. They'll kill it with 36.9 seconds left.
Nice execution.
Second down. Well, they hit the Tigers in over the middle as Brunell's come in at quarterback and done a really, really fine job. So the ball is down inside the 20. Second down, 10 to go. No timeouts for the Eagles. Empty set. Trip receivers near side, dual receivers to the left. And Tigers might want to take a timeout once they've seen the set. They do.
I think Coach wants to make an adjustment to them. Again, if they go motion from that second receiver on the far side, Rob, they're outmanned to what ends up being quads to this near side.
Exactly right, yeah. So Tigers will need to adjust to that cross motion. So what Nate is saying, they'll go trip receivers here on the near side. They'll bring the motion back across. It's been Garrett Codd, number 4, which makes a 4-receiver side. Tigers will have to adjust to that.
And that just puts a lot of pressure on the safety over the top of covering, whatever they're doing for coverage. It just puts a lot of pressure on him. They had the seam open because of that. The safety having to really extend out over to cover the trip side, the trip's look.
Now, the other thing the Tigers might want to do is dial up some pressure if they can. But you got to credit the offensive line for Messalonskee. They have held up well since Brunell has come in at quarterbacks. Same set again. Empty backfield for Drake Brunell.
A better look. See, you can see the linebackers shift over here now.
Tigers have flooded that side. Here comes pressure late. The pass incomplete over the middle.
Oh, they're going to have a penalty here in the back.
Maybe roughing the passer. They were trying to hit Kenny.
They had formationally, Gardner's more sound there. Yeah. Just execution and getting familiar with it now too. You bring a linebacker over all the way over to the other side, and they have the number 3 receiver who came underneath late. So that's why he was open.
So Tigers, that's a big penalty. And it stops the clock as well. Of course, the incomplete pass stops the clock. But Tigers did get pressure that time, Nate, so. Second down, 5 to go. 32 seconds left. Brunel wants to throw, throws quickly into the end zone. He's got his man incomplete just off his fingertips.
Incomplete. Intended for number 1, Brady Brunel.
Trying to get Brady Brunel.
They held the penalty flag on the field.
Another flag down. Is it the umpire that made the call?
I can't tell here.
Trying to see who made the call. If it's the umpire, a lot of times that'll be a holding call.
It's right in the dead
right
center.
In the middle, so you would think that would be something. They're going over to.
Yeah, they're talking to Gardiner, so.
They're talking to Coach Munzling across the way. Why you would have to go over and talk to him and just not.
I mean, you're taking the penalty.
The call.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to take the penalty. Here comes the official over. Nate will pick him up. He's going to talk to Coach Pokey as well. Unless they're picking up the flag.
Yes, we're kind of confused. That field ball is still spotted at the original spot, and it's a first down.
That's clearly on Gardiner if they just move the sticks.
So the ball's down on the 11-yard line. And we have had no call.
I'm trying to listen in the coaches over here. They don't know either. What's the call?
Personal foul, Messalonskee. So Messalonskee gets called on personal foul. I don't know why it took a month and a half.
Why does everything need to be explained like that? Just go out and make the call and then move the ball.
It's going to bring it back. That's a big penalty.
That's huge.
And it was an incomplete pass, so the clock stopped with 28 seconds left.
But why is it first down? Why is it down 1?
Well, it's first and long. Brunel wants to go right side. Now he's going to run. Tigers would like to keep him in bounds. They can. He jumps out of bounds. Good job. It certainly wasn't first down in 10. It was probably first down in a lot. They just didn't adjust the clock. So it's going to be second down. 21 seconds left.
Well, they're right back.
Stop clock.
Right back in it.
They're at the 17-yard ball at the 17. They can they get a first down? Yeah, they get a first down about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, just inside the 1, it looks like, actually, Rob.
So it's 21 seconds left. Ball on the 17. Trips near side. Wide receivers to the left for the Eagles. To throw. Plenty of time. Now wants to run. He's got some running room. And out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Close to a first down. So Brady.
Got to keep somebody home. And
Drake Brunel doing a terrific job.
Yeah, spy.
Somebody's got a spy on him, but he's done a terrific job making it happen.
Well, now you got to go line defense here.
So 14.2 seconds left. It's third down and about 4 to go. No timeouts. So I think it's still pass situation.
I think you're right. But you got to keep someone home for the quarterback. Got to count for the quarterback here.
To throw. Wants to shoot it in the end zone. Does. The catch is a touchdown. What a play by the Eagles.
Nice job there by Messalonskee.
We'll see who it is. So it came from Brunel. They went to Garrett Codd, their primary player, and Codd made the catch just in the end zone to make it 12-9 Eagles. What a drive! What an execution by the Eagles! Wow,
I mean, just how about the last minute and a half, Rob? We went from Gardiner being able to run the clock out to getting turning the ball over on their side with just a minute under 48 seconds left to play, and they back and forth here with the Eagles.
Brunel got cross motion. Toss. And is good.
This is really shaping up to be a pretty good second half, I think,
It's
Rob.
going to be. So they ran that little speed play to the right side.
Tigers 9, Eagles 14.
going to see who that was that got the 2-point conversion. Messalonskee numbers very difficult to pick out. Can you see who that was?
I
Nate?
can tell.
I think they went to Garrett Card on that. So, 11 seconds left. The way this thing's gone, Tigers, who knows what they might do.
Yeah. Take one back to the house here. They'd like that. Got to imagine they're going to kick the ball down.
So Chase Burgess, Cole Brand back deep for the Tigers. So on the extra point, yeah, they went to Bryce Carwell on the 2-point conversion. A little pooch kick picked up by Christian. He's going to get some running room out to about the 35, 36-yard line with 4.9 seconds left.
Taken down at about the 36-yard line.
So Tigers will have one play here, 4.9 left.
Seconds left to go in the half.
Be interested to see what Messalonskee does. They're going to send the safety way, way, way back.
Yeah,
there.
they should. And
yeah, good call.
Yeah, with the way things have gone, Tigers might just
run a very generic play.
Yeah, just run something to get out.
Yeah, just throw it away.
Throw it away.
Well, still got 1.2.
Yeah, Chadwick, when things broke down, just threw it away. The Eagles got Garrett Card, number 4, back at about the 33-yard line, back deep.
It might be almost too deep. You throw something down real short. If you get some vertical pressure up to him, run somebody across, but you need a lot of time for that play to develop.
I'm not sure the Tigers want to tempt fate with this one, and it's been a crazy first half.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So they're going to run it up inside, and that will do it for the first half of play. Out over the 40-yard line goes Colton Doobie, and that will do it for the first half. So it's been an interesting half.
Yeah, it certainly has.
And a good half of football, 14-9. Is your score. We're going to take a break. We're going to work on our scoreboard, see if we can get that functioning here in the second half as well. But we're going to hear from some of our fine sponsors.
When you choose a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers. They're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
Hi, my name is Shayna Epperson, and I'm with Atlantic Youth Sports, Inc., and we operate out of Gardiner, Maine. We strive to bring young athletes to the game of basketball, volleyball, softball, and lacrosse. We also bring our principal cores, 3 of them, of teamwork, we bring respect, and we bring confidence.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Gruber. I've been with Shayna for 6 years. AYS has brought me to be a physically and mentally stronger person on and off the court. I've also met some of my lifelong friends through this amazing program.
You can become part of our family by visiting us online at www.aysinc.org, or you can email us at aysincinfo@gmail.com.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you. The New England Aviation Academy is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
JMH Associates is a boutique financial and management consulting firm that can provide customized solutions for your business or personal affairs. We can provide management expertise to your small business, personal financial guidance, and organizational structure for your personal and business needs. This will allow for better communication and execution with your other financial partners. We help establish businesses, we'll help you start a new business, and we can provide IT support for your business needs. We are JMH Associates. We're proud to be associated with MunsingMediaSports.com.
Same thing as always.
Pass the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
Zero, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary dental in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath.
CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
We have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched forensic files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
Hey everyone, Travis Mills, partner at CBU Benefits, coming to you today to explain a little bit more about the packages that we offer. Today I have Alex and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover critical illness, why it's so important for you to have it, what it means, and we're going to find a way to get you covered through CBU Benefits.
So one of our more innovative products that we have is our critical illness policy. Now for us it's called Active Care. It's a lump sum product from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000 for cancer, for heart issues. Really, it covers 28 critical illnesses. So we call this our Active Care product. So for just a few dollars a month, you can cover yourself for life's unexpected events of cancer, heart, the 28 critical illnesses, even going into diabetic amputation, Alzheimer's disease. So come over to CBU Benefits and get information about how you can protect yourselves for life unexpected events.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munsing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munsing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
We're back here in Messalonskee High School. Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing, Chris Wheeler running our production. 14-9 Eagles with a late touchdown. The Garrett Card on the touchdown reception with under a minute left here as Messalonskee executed well down the stretch. And they've outgained the Gardiner Tigers. 221 offensive yards to the Tigers 51. Dave Dyer reporting that for the Central Maine newspapers. Read all about their coverage tomorrow. Probably late tonight they'll have their game story in. Tigers with some work to do here in this one, Nate. They almost squeaked out with a first half lead despite being outgained as they were. We can take a look at the scoring plays in this first one. The Eagles, after a 3-and-out on defense, they marched down the field, ran an option right side, and this is Card here. Watch this little move to the outside. And Garrett Card is going to find that pylon on the right side, dive in. For the touchdown, put the Eagles up 6-0. Extra point was no good, stopped by the Gardiner Tigers. Tigers scored a safety and fell behind 6-2, and then they marched down the field, and they're going to get a touchdown run by Wyatt Chadwick right here. Whoops! Chadwick dances in the end zone, showed the leg, took it away, and Tigers' extra point kick by Theron Corliss was good, so the Tigers were up in that one at the time. However, the Messalonskee Eagles forced a punt deep in the Tigers' territory and got good field position in kind of a disjointed type drive led by backup quarterback Drake Brunell, who had some runs and some opportune pass plays as well. Looked good at the controls of the offense. And as we said, Garrett Card on the touchdown reception on fourth down. Was that a third or fourth down play? At the very end of the half, I think we've got that one queued up right here. You're going to see a nice execution here by the Eagles on this one as they were able to tuck it just inside on the pass by Brunell. I guess we don't have that one. I think what we have is probably the extra point play. Maybe we don't have it. Chris is going to look and see if we can't cue that up and find that. Big pass play over the middle, and then they were able to execute down inside the Tigers' territory. This is the big pass play that got them going here. I guess that's gone. But anyway, the score 14-9. The good news is for you folks at home, we'll have our scoreboard up. We fix that at halftime. You got to remember, this is not ESPN you're dealing with here. Although our picture looks like ESPN, there's only 3 of us. So when things go down a little bit. Here's a nice pass by Brunell. This is going to be down the middle of the field. This is when they were way back after a personal foul penalty, and this knocked them down inside deep into Tiger territory. And Brunell looks great at quarterback. Drake Brunell stepping in. And we certainly hope that Sam Doobie's going to be okay. Wasn't able to put any pressure on that leg coming off. I want to thank the Gardiner All Sports Boosters Club, halftime sponsor, as they are able to bring lots of good things for all the athletes at Gardiner Area High School. We want to thank them for their participation as our pregame, halftime sponsors here. Of course, postgame sponsors, Northeast Nutrition and Energy and Capsules Pizza. They'll be giving out their players of the game here. So this is going to be a long, the fourth down play that they a 4th and 10 that they went down the left side of the card. So a lot of big plays in this game. As we said, the Messalonskee Eagles outgaining the Gardiner Tigers, 221 offensive yards to the Tigers, 51 offensive yards. But we've got a 5-point game at 14-9. Tigers back on the field, as well as the Eagles, as we're about a minute and a half away from second half action. The Eagles, they won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so it'll be their choice, and they will take the football here in the second half. And Tigers defense has made some opportune stops, a fourth down stop on a drive that the Eagles had going, and they made some plays, but they've also given up 221 yards. And certainly this game has had some strange twists and turns along the way. So we should be in for a great second half as well. Take a look at some of the other scores that we're getting at a lot of games at the half as well. We'll take a look at some of the games up around here in our area. A lot of the scores coming in from down south. Let's see if I can. I'm interested in that Coney Skowhegan game. I'm not seeing anybody reporting on that. Bryce Cowher has 8 carries, 46 yards. Colton Doobie, 8 carries for 25 yards for the Tigers. I want to thank Dave Dyer. Central Maine newspapers for reporting that at the half. Lawrence leads Bangor 39-0. Bangor in a rebuilding mode. Chevrolet leads Freiburg 14-0. That's at the half. Oxford Hills up 20-3 at the half. So we should be in for an exciting second half of this one. We're glad you're with us here on Munzing Media. Sarah Hasty watching at home says she's got a great picture there. Thanks, Sarah. Tommy Ketching's watching. Mike Golden, Boxcast coming in great. Yeah. If you want to watch on your big screen TV, go to Boxcast on your smart TV or streaming device, Apple TV, Roku, whatever you have. Download the Boxcast app, then do a search for Munzing Media, like Mike Golden does. Mike's a veteran of this streaming stuff. He's been with us since we started streaming. One of our great supporters over the years. Brady Brunel back deep along with Garrett Card. Card certainly has put his stamp on this game so far, Nate Munzing. He's been probably the premier player in the field.
Yeah, no question about that, Rob.
Caught the big pass on the sideline on the fourth down, got the touchdown catch at the end. Catch, runs, plays defense, does it all, returns kickoffs. Corliss going to scribble one, try to get a bounce. Does. Tigers miss a tackle and out to about the 40-yard line. That's the danger of that little squib one. If you don't get a couple of bounce, you're giving up some pretty good field position.
Well, and the other dangerous part about that play was that was the outside containment that missed that initial tackle, Rob. So they had potential they could get down the sideline.
So let me check with Chris. I think our clock is up and functioning right now. So got some holy water, put that on at halftime. So it seems to be working. I want to say it's a big moment in this game because there's a lot of game left. But let's see if the Eagles can get a 2-for-1 here. Off the right side, they got a big gain on first down. They're in the secondary, out over midfield on the 40-yard line. Down inside, Gardiner Tiger territory at about the 35-yard line. Well, they saw something at halftime, made the adjustment.
Yeah, just kind of outman Gardiner to that front side, Rob. Just send enough guys over there and get your blocks, and that's what they did.
We told you Bryce Carwell had a good first half. He rips off that one to start the second half down to the 35-yard line. He's going to get it again up the middle. Tigers will be a little stingier there. Big Jack Fleming.
Gardiner's got to be disciplined, Rob. They're going to get a personal foul here.
Well, you're on the road. Adversity out of the gate. Got to make sure that you're disciplined. I didn't see it come in at the tail end of the play.
Yeah, the play had already been over, and it was one of those things. You could tell it was something that a player said because everyone was getting up. So
that's going to be from the inside the 35-yard line. So it's going to go inside the 20 now. So Messalonskee, the momentum that they picked up at the end of the half has carried over here to the first drive of the second half. They ripped off the first big down play, second down play. Tigers stopped it, but they picked up the undisciplined penalty. Those personal foul penalties, the selfish penalties, Nate.
Yeah, and these ones will kill you, especially in your own zone like this.
Ball down the 18-yard line.
And we've seen it so far, too, that, Gardiner's had some real difficulty stopping any of them or any of the offensive plays here, really, from Messalonskee. Messalonskee's the one that's really shot themselves in the foot tonight.
Cross motion. Sweep left side. Brady Brunel squares it up. Got a running lane down inside the 5. Goes Brunel.
Yeah, nice weaving there by Brady.
Yeah, we've got the scoreboard wrong, Chris. Gonna redo. The problem is we're not the home team, Chris. Messalonskee's the home team, we're the visiting team, so you've got to change it on here. Okay? So we're going to fix that scoreboard. Thanks for pointing that out. Somebody pointed that out. Right side. Tigers swarm to it and knocked down about the 10-yard line for about a 5-yard loss. Yeah, we'll fix that scoreboard.
You got to be stout here now if you're Gardiner, because Messalonskee doesn't really have a kick game. They haven't kicked any extra points. So if you're able to hold them outside here, and that's a big turnover or a shift in momentum.
Yeah, so Messalonskee's got to go for the touchdown. Second down 10. Ball at the 10. Second and goal, actually. Brunel's got it. Going to hand off Crowell. Left side Tigers stand it up, and they let it go for a while. And so Bryce Carwell again off the left side, going to lose a yard. So it's 3rd and 11. Drake Brunel's got the play from the sidelines.
Boy, if they had any sky motion into that, where they could run that, really end up being a dive option and get to the outside. Gardiner's edge players are just crashing so much right now. They're really susceptible out on the edge.
So they're in that empty set. Trips near side. Then wants to throw. Gets pressure. Going to run it. Going to be chased down. Ball's out. Tigers say they have it. Let's see. No indication yet. Tiger jumps up with the football. It's got to be a white ball.
22.
Colton Doobie on the fumble recovery. We'll take a look at that on the replay.
Huge hit there.
A big hit. Ball popped out. Doobie got on it.
Yeah, and Brady Brunel, Rob, coming off with a limp now.
Well, they can't afford to lose him. Here's the hit right here. That was a big hit by Cole Brand. Brand popped it out. You saw it right there. And the replay showed that clearly. Brand right on the ball, popped it out.
Well, it's interesting that, scheme-wise right now, it seems like Messalonskee got the advantage, but the physicality right now is brought by Gardiner. They're winning that matchup right now.
See if they can get something going. Off to the right side, the completion for a couple of yards on first down.
Pass is complete.
So we got the clock right.
Finally got that clock.
Yeah, well, Chris fixed it. It was giving us the data backwards, so we had to readjust our clock. Anyway, we've got it right now. Thanks, and point those things out when you see them online, because as I said, we've only got three sets of eyes up here. Second down, 7 to go for the Tigers. Ball back on the 11-yard line. Tigers don't need to score here, but they need to change field if they can. And they're running up inside. Not much sledding there. The forcing unit for the Eagles does a pretty good job on that one. But Tigers push the pile a little bit and makes it a manageable third down, about 5, maybe 6 to go. Well, you got to get the ball in the hands of Chadwick, I think, to see if you can get Wyatt to make something happen here. They've not run the quarterback keep play to the outside. Sometimes they'll go trip receivers and get a heavy side and just run a quarterback sweep. Let Chadwick make a decision. Chadwick claps the hands, wants to throw. Throws it down the seam. And incomplete. Almost a great catch down there by Zach Christian. As the tight end came down the seam. Pretty good throw by Chadwick. Pretty good coverage as well.
Great coverage, really. I mean, thrown in between two guys. That ball was in a perfect spot for him to at least get a mid on it. I mean, he's sandwiched between two Eagles there, so tough for him to be able to bring that in.
So Tigers again punting. Not quite from the end zone, but I guess 1 yard into the end zone. Garrett Codd back deep. Brand goes up, gets a high snap. That one is skidded. And Codd came up, made the fair catch inside the 40, about the 38-yard line. Flags on the field. Let's see. Those are in a position where likely the ball had been punted, so you're not going to change possession here, and likely you would think that's going to be something in the back. They're both about at the same position on the field. So.
I don't know. A Gardiner player really put a lick on the Messalonskee player. I'm just not sure if it was in the back or it might have been a cut block. I don't know. A heap of people went down, it looked like, right in the middle.
Well, they're talking about it. We spent a lot of time talking about penalties tonight.
There's a reason we got these hand signals that tell the the sidelines what the penalties are. Yeah, he went to his leg, so it looked like it was a chop block.
Chop block by Messalonskee. So that's going to be a spot foul. See if it's 10 or 15. Might be 15, so that's going to move
the baggie just got picked up on the what is third.
So they're calling block in the back. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be first down for the Eagles. Tigers have dodged one bullet this half. Messalonskee already in 4-down territory just outside the 40 at the 41-yard line. They'll bring motion back across. Brunel came back in. Illegal procedure going to be called, so this play's coming back.
Flag in the backfield. Ball carrier brought down at the
Illegal shift called right off. So 14-9. You see, scoreboard official. Chris Wheeler really earning his money on production tonight.
And again, Rob,
he's had to scramble.
It's been Messalonski's really shot themselves in the foot here. They've had great field position at times. They've created a penalty or done something stupid, and it's put them back.
Yeah, because they're outgaining Gardiner. We told you 221 at the half. So,
yeah,
and they've added to that now. They're probably up to about 250, 60 yards. Holding the Tigers pretty well. The Tigers are managing to stay in this thing.
Yeah, they are. They're hanging around.
14-9, 5-point differential. So a touchdown, you don't even need the extra point, and you're ahead. So Eagles would love to get one more here if they can. Drake Brunel came in at quarterback for Sam Doobie. He's done a terrific job. He did gimp off a little bit, but he seems okay. Pistol set here. Brunel wants to throw. Down the middle again. Tigers got the interception.
Catch.
What a catch that was.
What a catch. A great adjustment there defensively.
I think it's Evan Mishu on the great catch. What a play by Evan as he went back from that linebacker position. Skied in the air. Watch this drop right here. Mishu's out. Reading the quarterback. Watch this play right here. What a play by Mishu. That's a play of the season right there for the
great
Tigers.
Drop.
Wow.
Great defensive drop. You're right, Rob. He just sat back, and it got nice depth on it.
So back-to-back turnovers by the Eagles. Let's see if the Tigers can go. They want to go up top. They do. They got their man. Incomplete. Out to about the 45-yard line. I think they're trying to hit the tight end, Christian.
I like that concept. I just wish they had the option route where they could bring the number one receiver back underneath him. They run him down the seam and they
like
bring
a dig.
Yeah, exactly.
Come in on the dig.
If they could just get that number one receiver to come back underneath it, they'd have it wide open across the field.
Yeah, that dig is there. We're talking about a dig. You go down about 15, 17 yards down the field and then come in the middle and just kind of stop it down inside. Second down, 10 to go for the Tigers. The motion. Brand's got it, and Mishu kept it up. Chadwick kept it up inside. Not much sledding there as the forcing unit for the Eagles doing a good job up inside.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Chadwick get out to the outside yet. They tried to keep him within the C gap.
Yeah. Tigers have a 3rd and 10. Tigers will go to the wristband. Corliss will come out near side here. Dual receivers both sides for Chadwick. Wants to throw, steps back, steps into it. Over the middle he goes, and that was almost intercepted. They were trying to hit the seam pass to Zach Kristen. It wasn't there. So Tigers will come up with a 4th and 11 punt situation. So both teams playing pretty good defense here. Tigers with 2 turnovers in this half, a fumble recovery inside the red zone, and a great interception by Mishu. And the Eagles defense on the sudden change situations both times have done great themselves, and they're playing great defense.
They really are. I mean, altogether, really, the Eagles are playing a really good game.
Comes the punt, and nice fair catch call back. At about the 34-yard line by Garrett Card, who's got his stamp, as we said, all over this game. That was not an easy fair catch. No. He called for the fair catch. He had to open the hips up and go back and catch it over his shoulder. So 6:35 left, our clock official now. Stay with us post-game. We'll have the Northeast Nutrition and Energy as well as the Capsa Pizza players of the game. Messalonskee's done a good job against Chadwick tonight. As we said, 220-plus yards passing last week, 3 touchdowns, and they played well. Keep outside, well designed. Brunel is going to be down to about the 45-yard line as the Tigers really crashed it inside, and some good play action that time by Brunel.
Yeah, Burgess kind of crashed down underneath that, Rob, instead of his responsibility of the quarterback there. Good decision by Brunel.
Picks up the first down. They're out to the 45-yard line, the Messalonskee 45-yard line on their side of the 50. First and 10. Brunel gets cross motion. Garrett Bell. Tigers all over that one. One of the first guys there, Chris Henderson. 1 yard loss. Those 3 down linemen for the Tigers did the job on that one. Linebackers came in to help on the cleanup. Ian Spence was there, helped clean up. Second down. Give them a loss of 1 on the play. Second down, 11 to go. Jack Kinney is going to shift over from right to left now, and they look a little discombobulated here. I'm not sure they've got 7 guys in line of scrimmage.
Oh, they don't right now.
They don't. They don't have enough on the line of scrimmage.
Got 6 guys on. What are they doing? Take the delay game. Take a timeout.
Yeah, they were discombobulated from the very get-go. Let you know we'll have the next Gardiner Tiger football game be next Friday night. That'll be Brunswick in town. Brunswick in a rebuilding mode as they lost their season last year due to that hazing incident that closed down their season. So they're rebuilding this year. They're kind of suffering. That Brunswick program was a very proud program, and we covered them for a number of years when they were.
Yeah, they were really good.
They were every year. They were in the championship game for Class B North. Haven't seen the score of the Skowhegan-Coney game. If anybody's got that score, they could put it up for us. It's a big game, the other big game in the league tonight. Skowhegan, a powerhouse. This is a year they've been building for. Everybody was talking. I remember when the kids that are seniors this year, they were in 8th grade. People would say to me, you should see that 8th grade Skowhegan team. Well, when you get a team like that, and I had a couple of those coming up, I remember we had a freshman team with Chris Whalen on it that won the freshman league that year, and I thought, hey, I'm going to be a pretty smart coach here in a couple of years.
And, really not do anything different, just be a lot smarter.
And, of course, that team was ended up being our 91-92 teams that were very good. And certainly Skowhegan's been building that team up for a number of years. So we got second down, 12 to go. Ball to the 43-yard line now. Messalonskee's set. Coming cross motion. Carl's got it. He's going to be swarmed under and blow the whistle, boys, and they will. Tigers were all over that one from the very get-go. Drake Ahern again. Drake having a good game up front. Another tackle for loss for Drake Ahern, number 50. Had some help up there. He's that right down lineman in that 3-5.
Rob, the defensive have really figured it out here. I think
both defenses.
I think one of the things is that there isn't a lot of variation off of these. You're only seeing probably 5 or 6 plays. So once the defense has figured these out, they've really come out here in the second half. I thought we'd have a lot more scoring than what we've had. So
3rd and 17, Tigers playing pass. Let's see if they get a rush. And they're going to rush 3 and drop everybody else back. There's a holding call right there as a tackle.
Just let this go if they wanted to.
So
have the option though right here, Rod.
Yeah,
you could decline this.
The ball is at the
50.
49, so it would bring up 4th down.
It's just
unless you want to play field position.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you want to take it, push them back.
Tigers have not had good field position in this half, so this might be a way for them to get field position, particularly it being a spot foul, Nate, so it's going to come back from the spot of the foul. So they'll come back inside the 30 to about the 32-yard line, so it's going to bring up a third, and they've got to get out over the Tigers' 45-yard line for a first down. So they're pushed way back. And if you're the Eagles, your defense is playing well.
If you're the Eagles, you might want a quick kick.
I would think you're going to rely on your defense, which is really playing very well, and be smart on this third down play. They're going to throw a quick one, a little stay pass. Tigers won't have any problem defensing that one. Is coming up and playing it very well was Colton Doobie was right there for the tackle for the Tigers. So good defensive series for the Tigers. They figured out Garrett Card is their go-to guy, and Doobie found Card locked onto him.
Coney leading Skowhegan right now, 14-0 at half.
Coney's leading.
Yes.
Skowhegan. Good job for the Rams. I'm not sure if that game's on. I think WHOU may have been doing it. So Tigers will try to get something going in kick game.
Well, this is huge for them, being able to flip the field like this, Rob. And
Skowhegan leads Coney.
Oh, excuse, sorry.
Yeah, Skowhegan leading Coney. Chris fixed it for us.
Chris with the correction.
Going to be back deep. High snap. Kick gets off. It's a short one. Tigers call poison. Going to be just about midfield, so that was smart for the Tigers to take that penalty on the holding. And as we said, yes, they get some field position out of it, which they have not had. So Tigers almost in 4-down territory. It's a lot easier as a play caller when you come out and you're in 4-down territory from the get-go.
Yep.
So Tigers will come out. Still look and see if they can get on the perimeter a little bit.
It's interesting, Rob. It's just so congested in the middle here with the front that Messalonskee, another Messalonskee player coming off.
Yeah, he's had some trouble during the course of the game. That's Mitch Marquis. Tigers, little razzle-dazzle here. Weston's got it. He's got a corner. Weston outside, down at the 40. Weston still on his feet. He's at the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. No flags. Caden Weston on the razzle-dazzle reverse.
And how about the blur down the sideline, Rob? Whew.
Well, we told you the Tigers finally get some field position. Let's take a look at it. Tigers start to the near side. Get the handoff. Caden Weston makes that man right there miss. And then he gets off to the races. His Messalonskee players there, but they can't get him.
Rob, they're going to kick to extra point instead of go for 2.
Kick is up. And it is good.
The kick is good. We're still watching the end of that run. We'll watch it again here. Yeah, that's a good pickup. Well, I think part of it is the Eagles have shown no way to have a kicker. They don't have a kicker.
That's true. That's true.
I think that's going to consider into it. So we're going to take a look at that one again. Nate didn't get a chance to see it. My gosh, Caden Weston. What a play by the Tigers. A little razzle-dazzle here, Nate. They come near side. Weston's a wide receiver, and you can see right now he's going to get it. The little flip back to him. Gives some ground right there at the 40. And now he's going to turn around. That man's got an angle on him, but he can't get him. That man's got an angle on him. He can't get him. At the 40-yard line, he's off to the races. And how this guy doesn't close on the angle, I don't know.
He's flying.
But Weston.
Get him more of those.
Get him the ball. What a play by Caden
and it
for
looked
the
like
Tigers.
Looked like to me, Rob, Chadwick kind of got out there and got in the mix as a blocker.
And he didn't hit anybody from behind.
No,
he
he
was
just
smart.
got in the way. It was a great position on his part.
Well, we said the Tigers finally had field position. Did they have something up their sleeve? Oh, yes, they did.
That's huge. This is big. If they can pin them back here and keep playing the defense the way that they're playing.
They'll kick it down, look for a roll and a bounce. Do they get it? They get a bounce that time. And they'll swarm on it at the 30-yard line inside the 30 for the Tigers.
The Tigers are cracking right now, Rob. That's the big difference in this game, I think, right now, from a physical standpoint. Gardner's been hitting hard all
they
game.
have been.
I mean, you've seen it. Messalonskee players coming out, they're limping off, and they're just hitting hard right now. They're playing really physically.
That was Theron Corliss, the kicker, down there to make the coverage. So this has been a great game. We hope you're enjoying it at home. Caden Weston with the long touchdown run. Going to ask Chris maybe to go back and at least look at that and see where the ball was, Chris, so we get the right yardage on that touchdown run. The ball was at the
48, right?
At the 48-yard line, so a 52-yard touchdown run.
Well, and then think about he ran another 53 across the entire length of the field.
Off the left side, the Eagles go a couple of yards, tough yards for the forcing unit, making the play for the Tigers. Kroll on the carry. They're calling him Kroll. I've been calling him Kroll. Okay, C-R-O-W-E. I've been calling him Crowell, but Kroll. Sorry. Bryce Kroll. He's had a really good game, the senior. 16-14, Tigers by 2. 2:30 left. Moving clock here from Messalonskee.
Still a lot of time in this game.
A lot of time. Going to be some exciting finishes here. Brunel's got it. Going to keep on the pitch. Tigers are there on the pitch. And that's a great play on the pitch by Colton Doobie. Doobie came up.
Doobie's adjusted from the front end of the very beginning of this game, Rob, where he didn't quite have his feeling of his space where he needed to be take away that pitch option. But he's certainly figured it out right. So Doobie's got to come in. He's playing outside backer, so he's got to come up, deal with being blocked head on, and then also take the pitch. He's having a heck of a job, right? They're doing a heck of a job.
Yeah,
right
and I
now.
think it's Garrett Codd that just limped off. You talked about a couple of Messalonskee guys coming off, and Codd came off, and they can't afford to lose him because he is a terrific football player. We've been very impressed with Garrett Codd, number 4 for the Eagles. 3rd and 7. Big play for the Tigers defense and the Messalonskee offense. Brunel got the snap. Back. Pressure comes. Over the middle. Got a holding call again.
Yeah, as Gardner's starting to get to him. The front's starting to get to the quarterback a little bit, too.
Yeah, they're trying to hit Kenny down the seam where they've had some success. Pressure came. They got a holding penalty. I think the Tigers will decline this.
Yeah, you want to decline this.
4th and 11. They'll take the ball back. They've already made that decision, so.
They're walking it back. I want to decline it. He's saying no. Well, maybe this will work out in the way it just did. I don't know this.
I don't know.
I wonder if they're only going to rush 3 here.
I always want the ball.
I'm with you.
Anytime I get a chance for it.
Third and 11.
3rd and 19. 3rd and 19 now. Comes the rush late. And Brunel doing a good job there, staying on his feet, but he's only going to get out to about the 21-yard line. So he's actually going to lose a couple of yards on that. So it did work out in the Tigers' advantage.
Yeah, and again, field position here. Flip the field on him again. The defense, Rob, for me, is really what, for Gardiner, has really flipped this around.
Well, back-to-back turnovers here, and they gave up some yardage on that first drive of the second half, and then they had the big hit. And I think it was Doobie on the hit, or it was Brandon on the hit. I can't remember exactly, but they got the fumble recovery. Tigers come in, they get out of the way. Short punt, poison punt. They're going to get great field position. Ball bounces back inside the 35-yard line. So.
Well, situationally right now, you can just see that Messalonskee is very deflated. I mean, you can read the body language of the players right now, and it is completely different, opposite of them right now, our far side.
Well, I think Messalonskee knew they squandered 2 chances there in the beginning of the second half, and they had the opportunity to do it. They made some great plays at the end of the half. They had the momentum. Tigers were back on the heels, and the Tigers' defense held, and then the big play by Caden Weston, and now Tigers are operating in 4-down territory and a fumble. Chadwick's got it. Still on his feet down inside the 40-yard line, but he's going to lose some yardage there. Not sure. I don't know that it was a bad snap, but I
think the speed caught Chadwick off a little bit. It came back at a
fast,
much higher velocity than it has been.
And it was off to his right side a little bit. So Tigers can wait this out, I believe, and at 2nd and 15, let this clock go down.
Yeah, don't need to run a play here.
Yeah, get time to get a drink of water and come back on 2nd down, but it looks like they're going to run it with 6 seconds left. High snap. Chadwick in trouble.
Should just
out
keep
to
it.
his side. Wants to keep it, dances inside. He can't get away. He's going to lose some more yardage. So the quarter will run out. It's been an exciting third quarter of play. The only touchdown, the Caden Weston. Long reverse, touchdown run, 52 yards to put the Tigers ahead. They lead it at the end of 3, 16-14. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Exciting fourth quarter action coming up next here on Muncie Media. What is it?
Pride, tradition, and excellence are long-standing hallmarks of Gardiner Tigers athletics. Burke's Roofing and Masonry is likewise proud of our tradition of excellence. Our team of professional roofing contractors has more than 40 years of combined experience, as well as the training and knowledge to get the job done right the first time. We are proud to be a second-generation family-owned and operated business. Call us today for all your roofing and masonry needs.
Okay, they're playing.
We're back. Third down, 19. Ball at the 43-yard line, starting the fourth quarter.
Got to be smart here.
Ball gets away from Chadwick. Now he's going to run it left. Going to make a man miss, and
horse collar tackle.
Call it out of bounds.
Yeah,
and there's the flag. That's a huge play. Nate, you were on it.
Yeah,
Eagle eyes across the way.
I'm looking over the camera, so I missed a little bit of that play, but that should be a horse collar. I mean, that's you can see the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
And
good call.
It's a personal foul. It's going to give the Tigers a first down. Jeez.
Well, let me take a look at it here. This is my shoddy camera work, but you'll see it come across here. And he clear. Oh yeah, it's your. There's no question. One hand right behind, dead center.
Yeah.
On his collar.
So Tigers get a break there, because you're probably looking at a punt situation for the Tigers, and now they're back into 4-down territory.
Well, and again, the reason that camera work was so bad is because the snap was high. I thought it went right over his head, but he was able to knock it down, which sometimes that puts people out of position.
3 straight snap issues for the Tigers.
Yeah, they got to figure it out.
That's a perfect snap. Up inside. Doobie, little stumble bumble, and push the pile forward. He's going to get about 6 yards. Good carry by Colton Doobie off the left side. So put his hand down to keep his balance.
Yeah, nice job there. I think if you're Gardiner right here, you just want to eat this clock up.
Yeah.
You want to take it down here. You need to score. I mean that's priority number one. So, but eat as much of this clock up as you possibly can.
Still a lot of time to play. It's been an eventful game, that's for sure. Tigers up 16-14. Chadwick missed that one. Now he's in trouble. Now he's scrambling right side. Can he make a man miss? He can. They're going to bring him down. Really needed if he could have got that one and just fired it through the end zone rather than take the sack. Tigers have had trouble with the exchange.
Yeah, I'm curious if the change in temperature is making that ball slick right now, Rob, because that's the only thing I can think of, because that one was right up by his face.
Right. So it's 3rd down 19. Second situation, Tigers have had a loss and ended up with about a 3rd and 19.
Yeah, sometimes what ends up happening when it gets too cold here and there's a quick change in that temperature, that leather on the ball can get pretty slick.
I don't know what the Tigers are doing, but they're taking a lot of time. And you don't want to use a timeout here because you might need them. Not on a play that they're in trouble. They've got about 3 seconds left to get the play off, or they're going to get delayed. They got it off. Down the seam they go. That's going to be up for grabs and thrown. A miscommunication. And intercepted by Messalonskee.
Maybe should have taken a timeout.
Out to the 23-yard line they come. So their first turnover of the second half.
I mean, it's a turnover, but it's also, it works in a fashion of being a punt, if you really think of it like that, you know. I mean, could you get it inside the 10? Maybe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it serves the same purpose. You were set back because of the snap before that. I mean, this is not the worst case scenario here for Gardiner. They just got to keep playing defense the way they've been playing.
Well, we saw Garrett Codd come off last series. Going to see if he's back in there. Number 4 for the Eagles. They need him. He's a good player. Brunel wants to go. Tigers are sniffing out. They got another holding call. Tigers going to rally to it and wrap him up at about the 16-yard line. So Tigers are winning the battle. Coming in and making the play here finally was Ian Spence, the linebacker.
Yeah, you can only imagine right now that the linemen for Messalonskee, the holding calls are coming. They're tired.
Yeah.
That's all it's really coming down to, because right now Gardiner's just flying to the ball, and they're really causing some difficulty here for the linemen for Messalonskee. I haven't seen this many consecutive holding calls happen.
Yeah, I don't think the Tigers probably want to. I think they'll take the down because they got a sack. They are going to push him back. All right, well, they're going to push him back well inside. Yeah, probably good idea down the 5-yard line, Nate. So the way they're playing defense.
Yeah, this is fine. But I'm with you. Initially, I thought the same thing. I was like, what? Just go ahead, decline it. But that doesn't seem to be the style right now. Forcing them back there is also a very good thing. Just can't give up a big play.
Yeah, Tigers' front three are really playing terrific. They're winning the battle up front, letting those linebackers run and hit. Toss speed play. Tigers run to it and swarm it up pretty well.
Yeah, and if you're Gardiner right now, swarming is the most important thing you can do as a team, because what it's going to allow you to do, you don't want to take the big shot. You don't want to make the miss and create different levels where a cutback can be a big play. Just swarm and slow the ball down.
Chris Henderson was the initial tackler for the Tigers. He got cleanup duty by a host of others. Chase Burgess was in the Ian Spence. So Tigers, that front three, Drake Ahern, number 50, Ashton Sawyer, 52. Those guys have been getting the job done. We just mentioned Henderson. Brunel calls for it. He wants to
throw.
throw.
They're on the side, yeah.
Down the seam they go. And reception out over the 30-yard line. So Brunel with the good pass gets him out of trouble.
Still not a first down.
Garrett Codd.
I mean, you could tell based off of formation, they had a tight trips to that far side with the lone receiver this side. It looked pretty obvious to me that they're going to throw it out this side.
Brings up third down. Or second down. What is it?
Yep, third and one.
Third and one.
3.5 yard probably.
Tigers shift over. And probably going to get the first down. Maybe. Let's see the spot. Move it ahead a bit. They'll take a look, and they'll say first down, Eagles. 8:31. Clock will start as soon as they reset the chains.
I think this first down play here is really big for both teams. If you can get a big gainer here for the Eagles, you continue to build that momentum as you're starting to work down the field a little bit, and vice versa. You got to be able to, if you're the defense right now for the Tigers, you got to stop that. So, I mean, if you're able to get a big play and make second down long here, second down and long is pretty predictable.
Yeah, well, they're not in four-down territory. They're only out the 34-yard line, so tight bunch, top side. They'll fake it. They want to throw down the field. Chadwick tips it away and almost makes a great interception. They were trying to hit Garrett Card. And Chadwick read it well, got his head back to the ball, almost made a diving interception. They were going for 6 on that one.
Yeah, the same formation.
Little bootleg action. Bootleg trying to isolate Card down the left side.
He still got behind him. The ball was just underthrown.
Chadwick recovered.
He almost made a great catch. Wow.
Had 2 of the premier athletes on the field here tonight. Garrett Card for the Eagles and Wyatt Chadwick for the Tigers playing the near corner.
So typically, second down and long is typically a run down. You're just trying to get a chunk.
They do off the right side. Tigers will chunk it right
Nice
there.
job. There you go. I like that. When you can make an offense more predictable, right, you just get faster defensively. You go third and long now, too. You got to imagine this is a passing down and see if they go back to that trips formation.
Yeah, Doobie came up cleaned up, but good forcing unit play by the Tigers, 3rd and 8.
I can't imagine they're going to go that trips with the lone receiver again. They are. They're going to the far side.
Yeah, so it's Card out there far side, Garrett Card.
They haven't thrown to the bunch yet. They've only thrown to the single receiver side. They're going to run to it.
They're going to run to it. Tigers swarm it, and they're there.
Great read there. You can see the Tigers knew that. I don't know who that initial might have been the linebacker.
I think Hunter Burgess came in. He came across, and linebackers on the side as well. Mishu was there for the Tigers. So 4th down, punt situation. And the Messalonskee punt game has not been able to pin the Tigers back deep. The punts have been short. Tigers have not rushed. We'll see what the Tigers are looking to do here. Brand back deep for the Tigers. Snap is good. Kick is up and away and short again. And they don't get the bounce inside the 40-yard line.
We could go pick that up. If you
Yeah,
want to.
go get it.
Go
get it.
Go pick it up. Oh.
Boy, oh, boy.
Oh, the officials even letting it happen. So for you folks at home, if you down it and they leave it like that on the surface, you can go pick it up and play it.
Yeah, it's called first touch. You pick it up. If you fumble it, doesn't matter at all. It's not blown dead on that first touch until it's secured. And Tigers could have run up and grabbed it.
Messalonskee was walking away.
So Tigers with good field position at the 40. Let's see what they can get going. 6:32. A drive would work. Right side, but nothing cooking there. Good defense. Want to see who's in on the tackle. They tried to get Mishu sprung loose.
Just a different look. There was no running back in the backfield, so I think it was pretty predictable what was going to happen there. That wing back to that far side coming back into the play.
Yeah, Stanhope was there. He's made some good tackles tonight. 6:08 moving clock, and I think we're all right on our scoreboard. All right, Chris? We're good to go, so that's official now. Tigers taking some time. Corliss will come here and near side. Cole Brand in the slot to the near side. Tigers, nothing going. They'll just look to hold on the ball and survive it.
Like to see a toss play to the outside, Rob. I think that would be something they got to get outside the edge right now. Got to get outside the box a little bit on your run game.
3rd and 12. Tigers dual receivers both sides for Chadwick. Gets a good snap. Wants to throw. Over the middle he throws. Oh, he had Corliss and just off his hands.
That's a great ball. Great look, too. Good scheme. They found the zone what they needed to. Chadwick threaded the needle. I mean, he put it right where he needed to, right in the void. Just got to make that catch. And sometimes when you don't have a lot of opportunities through the game, Rob, when the big one comes and it's well executed, sometimes that's all it comes down to, not having enough touches throughout the game.
Yeah, that could end up being a big yards after catch, high snap. Punt gets off. It's not kind of up the chimney.
Got to go get it.
And over midfield about the 42-yard line. So Messalonskee with 5:07 left is going to have some excellent field position. The only touchdown, a 52-yard reverse by the Tigers. Caden Weston. Extra point good, 16-14. And that's where we are with 5 minutes left in this game. Drake Brunel at quarterback. Going to pitch. Ball's behind on the option pitch and going to be a loss of yardage inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, so this is when the option, to me, you just get away from it. When you get down and you got to go down and score and get behind, I mean, it's just so risky, right? And the defense has now seen it how many times? 25 times tonight?
Yeah.
So they're just playing it that much better. You almost got to go a little bit simpler. And
of course, Drake Brunel, the second quarterback,
right,
may not have run the option quite as much as Sam Dewey. You hope Sam's going to be okay.
Yeah, and if you run that out to your left side and he's a right-hand dominant player, like that's a really tough pitch.
2nd and 15. Brunel back to pass. He's got time. Now he gets a rush. He's going to be sacked inside the 30-yard line by the Tigers.
trying to keep that excitement in there, Rob.
Tackle made by number 72, Chris Henderson.
That's Chris Henderson with a big play for the Tigers.
What a great angle, huh, Rob? I think that's one of the big things. Brunel's a great player back there and making a lot of people miss tonight, but he just took the perfect angle and was able to wrap up and hold him, bring him down. That's a huge sack.
Henderson's had a big game for the Tigers. He's in it for our defensive player of the game. Run stopper, pass rusher, big sack there. That might be if this holds up, that might be looked back as one of the key plays of the game. 3rd and 25 here. Going to run it. Tigers will swarm it there over the 35, 36-yard line. Are they thinking that they're going to go for it here with 3:24 left? They've got 2 timeouts left. I don't think so.
This is, if they go for it, this is exactly what you want. If you're Gardiner, this might be the ball game.
It's going to bring up a 4th down.
If
the clock is right, 4th and 16. They're going to go for it.
No staying wide for this one, folks.
So you got to figure pass play. Got to think they'll look for Garrett Codd. Can the Tigers get a pass rush? And now Coach Folke wants to take a timeout. We'll stay right here with it. And so they've used their 2nd timeout. So this is do or die, because if they don't get it, the Tigers essentially can just keep the ball on the ground. They'll be inside the 40-yard line if they hold on a pass incompletion, Nate. And the Tigers will have a couple of minutes just to run out. So this is your play of the game right here.
This is interesting, too. Strategically, Coach Munzing is pretty good at dialing up some pressures. And this is a scenario where he tends to do it here in these kind of situations. I'm curious right now if he's going to sit back and wait. To me, I think you got to get some pressure on. It seems like they've had more success when they played a little bit more passive. Brunel's been able to create some space running around and creating a big play. So
if you give him time, he can throw the ball down for a 16-yard completion.
Exactly.
If you get on him, maybe he beats the pressure and then makes something happen. But, if you rush him and he's got to throw the ball before he's ready, there's that to look at. So
and if you're a coach here too, you got to tell your guys, like, don't go for the kill shot. We're not trying to do that. We just need to get pressure to him to have them make the mistake.
So let's see what the Tigers dial up. They got the 3 down linemen. Let's see if they bring anybody else. They've got good pressure with the 3 guys. Here in the second half. Brunel wants to throw. Wants to throw it up in the air. He does. Up over the top, incomplete. No flags on the play. Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Coverage by Chadwick. As well as coming in late was Chase Burgess on the
Rob, they get
coverage for the Tigers.
All 3 of the down. I was watching the down linemen, so all 3 of them got in. they almost sacked him with just 3 guys. Great call there, which is
good Tiger pressure. We'll show you that play, the 4th down play after this play. Chris has got it ready to go. Ball's at the 38-yard line. Tigers need good snaps and positive yardage. Off the left side. Brand's got it.
Stay in bounds.
And stays up on his feet still. Going to move the chains
just
they gave it a cold brand on the jet sweep left side, and wow.
Even better, just shy, Rob, just shy of the first down, I think.
Yeah, so let's take a look at that fourth down play, Chris, if we can. Going to see the Tigers. They get a good rush. They get the pass out early, and Tigers are right there. Would have taken a miracle play to complete that one. Tigers had the coverage. If the ball had been thrown to the receiver, the Tigers would have either broken it up or intercepted it.
Yeah, they're both.
Tigers stay on the ground, you got to think. They've got a second down and 1 to go. You got to watch that back, Judge, because if you're not on time, you don't want to take a penalty here. So if the clock, if he starts his pumping, you either got to get the play off. There he goes. Tigers got 5 seconds to get it off.
He's not pumping. He's just holding it there.
2.
It is. Okay, he's got a long one. Because he's
So
watching.
Tigers take it right down. And they just get it off. They're going to run the reverse again. Here comes Weston with it again. He's got a man to beat. Can he beat him? He won't, but he'll hold on to the ball. Oh, it's out of bounds. The ball's out.
He's down.
He was down by contact, I
He's
think.
down.
They got to call him down.
He was down.
They're going to say Messalonskee ball. Let's look at it.
There's no.
So here comes Weston with it. Down by contact.
He's on his back, and the ball then came out. That's a terrible call.
Well, I don't know that we needed to get fancy there, but so the Tigers will have to play some defense here. 1 timeout. Brunel calls for it. Back to pass. Comes the pressure. Wants to throw it deep down the field. Throws. And incomplete. Going to be pass interference on the Tigers. So that in high school ball is going to be from the line of scrimmage. So Tigers got to face this adversity here.
Yep. Answer the call.
10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage.
And Messalonskee with 2 timeouts or one?
One timeout.
Okay.
All they need is a field goal, but they haven't shown that they can kick yet.
Well, they still got a ways to go before that happens.
Wants to throw. Here comes the rush. Henderson again on the rush. Thrown and incomplete. 1:15 left, our clock. Tigers get a tough call on that. Definitely Caden Weston was down by contact, and the ball came out.
He was laying flat on his
Oh,
back
my gosh.
after already being tackled. Almost like then the ball comes out.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball at the 39-yard line. Tigers got all 3 timeouts if they need to use one. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Bring up third down.
There we go. They're doing a great job right now. Still getting great pressure with just 3 guys, Rob.
Intended for number 2, Garrett Bell.
So it brings up 3rd and 10. 4 down territory, obviously, for Messalonskee with 1:10 left. Drake Brunel. Receivers to both sides. Henderson on the charge here again. Henderson comes. The throw incomplete. Good defense by the Tigers. They knock it away, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
There's a penalty flag.
Penalty flag down. Not sure if the Tigers ineligible.
Good call.
Downfield. That's a loss of down.
It's a great call.
plus yardage, so I believe. So we got some excitement going. See, Vaughn Smith, watch. Hope you're feeling better, Vaughn. That's a great thing you did for your teammate, Ricky. We've been talking about it these past couple of games. Tiger teammates forever. 4th down and 10. Did they march it back yet?
They brought it back 5, but they didn't change it down.
No. That's loss of down, Mike.
Lost it down, Mike. Start yelling.
Take a timeout. Tigers should take a timeout and question that.
They don't know.
Brunel back to pass. Gets pressure. Flushed out. Now he comes right side.
Incomplete.
The throw incomplete. On the far side, going to bring up 4th down and 15.
Pass is incomplete.
I got to check that. I always thought that illegal man downfield was lost it down.
You could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
You could be wrong.
Could have got all excited about nothing.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to go to the comments section. Anyone know what that rule is?
Holy cow. Well, this is it. 4th down, 15 to go. 54 seconds left. And the Eagles may be down to their final play. They have one timeout left that they've saved. Trip receivers far side. Garrett Card comes near side. He's been their go-to. Tigers come on the rush. The throw incomplete. No flags. Turned over on downs.
I'm still looking. I feel like there's going to be a flag to pop out at some point. There you go. They just signal Gardiner ball.
So Tigers will take over, and they survive it here. Wow.
This was an incredible game.
This
really.
was crazy.
Jeez.
This is crazy. All the things that happened, I'm going to have to go back and I don't always go back and watch them. I'm going to have to watch just to see what the heck happened. So Tigers will be in their kill the clock formation.
They don't do kill the clock from underneath center?
No. So Messalonskee will take their final timeout, but this is, as long as the snaps are good. Yeah, I would sure have a play where you went up under center to kill the clock, but. So the Tigers, this was a strange game. There
was a lot that happened.
A lot of things that happened in this, from even the game management style. The early safety that Messalonskee took, that got the Tigers back in when they were really sputtering about. That
was
made
probably
it 6-2, and then the Tigers got good field position, went down and scored, and kicked the extra point, made it 9-6. Then the Tigers looked like they were going to go out 9-6 at the half, and Messalonskee miraculously scored a touchdown by Garrett Card, who's limping off. He's played a terrific game here tonight, Garrett. And they scored. Tigers looked like they were stymied. They got 2 turnovers that kept them in the game in the third quarter. Caden Weston went 52 yards on the reverse for the only touchdown here in the second half. And then it went from the sublime to the ridiculous at times. Tigers will take the knee. They'll probably have to snap it one more time. Sometimes the high school kids don't get this end of the game stuff like the pros do. The pros read this stuff all, perfectly. They know it's over, and, they start shaking hands. The high school kids, we'll see how they're going to manage this one. Chadwick in a short snap formation with somebody in behind him. The 2 up backs as well. So Tigers may just let this clock go. And I don't think the Tigers even have to snap it. They'll take a penalty. And the clock ran out, but they'll have to set the clock back. So Tigers are going to get the win. They'll put .3 at the clock and they'll have to snap it one more time. I suggest we get an under center type kill the clock situation. This snap back makes me nervous. So the Tigers are going to get out of here with a 16-14 victory. Now Chadwick will go up underneath center. There we go. That's how we do it. My favorite formation.
There we go.
My favorite formation, kill the clock. Well, the Tigers, they never started the clock, of course, and it still shows 3 seconds on it, but the game is over. So the Tigers survived the Eagles. What a great game this was. 2 well-matched opponents here. And the Tigers are going to come out on top, 16-14 in a hard-played game here at Messalonskee High School. And Nate, I think you hit maybe on one of the overriding themes of this is the Tigers really brought the physicality here tonight, and on defense. I mean, it wasn't always pretty, but it was really physical, wasn't it, for the Tigers?
And it was effective. I think that's the most important. We looked at the stats at half, and Messalonskee was destroying Gardiner, but the game was still tight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's an indication there. Okay, so what's the big difference?
Yeah, it was 221-51 at the half.
And so what's the big difference? Well, Gardiner was just more physical. They were hitting, they were knocking out key players, we saw.
Not that you're trying to do that,
no,
but
I mean,
it was just a byproduct of the game.
Exactly. It's an outcome that occurs because you're just being more physical. You know, you saw a lot of guys limping off. And then the turnover situation, and then they really turned it on in the second half. They flipped the field, which was the biggest part in the second half. They were able to flip the field and get that big play off the reverse. The explosive play went to Gardiner with the big one. And, I mean, those were the big differences. Messalonskee really shot themselves in the foot here tonight. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Early on, the mental mistake of the punt and taking the safety and then giving them the short field, which turned into a touchdown. I mean, that was the big play for that half. And then the explosive ones that occurred in the second half went to Gardiner. I mean, there were some coaching decisions here on both sides, which were really kind of unique to see. But I think both teams, I mean, we might be looking at these guys coming back and being the big game.
Yeah, we might even see them play again in the playoffs later on because they're going to be middle of the pack, it looks like, teams here. So Messalonskee is going to fall to 1-2. Gardiner Tigers will improve to 2-1, and they'll play Brunswick next week back at home, a game that we will have for you on Munzing Media. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back for more post-game. We'll have our Northeast Nutrition and Energy Player of the Game as well as our Caps of Pizza Award when we come back after this.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
Tigers are jubilant down at their side of the end zone in the white shirts. They played here last year, so they're very familiar with the turf here. Wore black shirts here last year. They're in the white this year, and they come out here victorious, 16-14. Let's take a look at our players of the game, the offensive Northeast Nutrition and Energy player of the game. That's going to be Caden Weston. We'll take a look. Caden Weston with the big run here. The only score of the second half. Tigers with a little bit of razzle-dazzle. Weston gets it right here. He's all the way back inside the 40-yard line. Scrimmage was at the 48, so he gets credit for a 52-yard touchdown run down the right side. And it looks like he's going to be cut off there, but no way Weston turns it on, the 52-yard touchdown run. He is our offensive player of the game for the Gardiner Tigers. And defensively, what a great effort by the Gardiner Tiger defense. And certainly could have chosen a lot of different players for the Capsa Pizza Award winner for our defensive player of the game. But we're going to give it to one of the guys up front that you heard mentioned a lot. He was in on a lot of plays, did a great job on his pass rush the whole game. And it's going to be number 72, Chris Henderson. You're going to see Henderson right here, one of his sacks in the game right here. Chris Henderson. What a play there by the senior lineman, and Chris is our Capsa Pizza player of the game. So congratulations to Chris and Caden on their awards, and congratulations Coach Munzing and his staff as they move to 2-1 on the season. Brunswick Friday night, the homecoming game here on Munzing Media. So until then, for Nate Munzing, for Chris Wheeler, we'll tell you that next game is Friday night. Brunswick in town to take on your Tigers. Until then, good night, everybody.